LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by Junk Be Gone. Rent any dumpster at regular rate and get 2 extra days free. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for 2 decades.
Looks, fires the slant pattern, complete. Jason Swain breaks a tackle.
It's time to kick off 3 hours of fair and honest discussions that go beyond the headlines of today's sports teams. From the Budweiser studios of 99.1, The Sports Animal. Here's a couple of guys with over 30 years of combined knowledge of Tennessee sports.
Touchdown, Tennessee! Jason Swain!
Here's Josh and Swain.
Good Wednesday afternoon. Welcome in to Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us today. We are very excited to be with you for the next 3 hours. We have a lot to cover on today's show. It's a beautiful day here in East Tennessee. We are hoping for more beautiful days ahead. Jason Swain is here, a VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver. I'm Josh Ward, and we're going to talk some Tennessee sports, Tennessee football. A lot of buzz yesterday with the new strength head coach and staff being put together as Tennessee began workouts today. We'll talk hoops. There is, I feel like, significant news in college basketball, at least short term. We'll see what it means long term ahead of Tennessee playing Alabama on the road on Saturday night. We will invite you to be part of the show today. You can call or text 865-656-9900 if you would like to join us. Jason Swain, good afternoon. How are you?
Oh, man, just getting ready to watch Robert Ory come back and play for Alabama against Tennessee. That'd be great. Maybe Latrell Sprewell come back.
Yeah.
Rod Gazard, I remember him back in the day.
Oh, he was great.
Yeah. So, hey, how about Dudley? I think Dudley, big man, played center. I'm trying to think about all the Alabama players that I remember back in the day. So, yeah, man.
John Petty's got to have some eligibility left, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the Huntsville, Alabama native, man. So Alabama's bringing all the foreign players back to try to be able to beat Tennessee, man.
What do you think about this situation? So Charles Bediako, he last played for Alabama 3 years ago. This would be his 5th year. It is his 5th year out of high school or IMG Academy, where he was before Bama. He has been playing professionally the last 3 seasons. He declared early for the draft after his sophomore season, went undrafted, but has signed multiple professional contracts with the NBA, signing 2-way deals, playing in the G League, and he was playing earlier this month.
Yeah, has played in over 40 games.
Yeah.
As a professional.
And as of right now, he can return to play college basketball, and he is eligible to play immediately as he goes through the legal part of the conversation. He was granted a temporary restraining order earlier today. So Charles Bediako, who has played for the Motor City Cruise of the NBA G League this year, can now play for the Alabama Crimson Tide of the Southeastern Conference. There was a player several weeks ago who was granted eligibility to play for Baylor, and he has joined their team and he started playing for them a couple of weeks ago. He had been playing professionally. He was a part of the Karl Anthony Towns Timberwolves Knicks draft. He was granted eligibility at the time. You're seeing fan bases do this all over, Tennessee included, but Alabama fans said, hey, can we get Charles Bediako back? And I'm guessing word got to him and his agent of, why don't we see if you can come back? And so he is. So he will be eligible. I have not seen official word from Nate Oates if they plan to play him on Saturday, but he is eligible, and my guess is he'll be playing on Saturday.
You better play him. I mean, you went through all this work to get him eligible. You might as well play him.
Right. I would think that he does.
Yeah. I mean, he don't need to know all the plays. I'm sure Nate Oates hasn't changed much of the playbook since he was there before. So, I mean, go in there, rebound. You know, like the competitor to me is like, whatever, no excuses, let's go play, whatever. But, I mean, it's crazy. Like, it's out of control. It's unbelievable. The other competitor in me is like, hey, Rick, why haven't you called Kennedy Chandler? Why haven't you called Jaden Springer? Why haven't you called some of these guys who are playing in the G League currently that wore the orange, in the last 5 years? Let's make it happen.
Kennedy he is still in his 5-year window. This would be his 5th year out of high school.
I mean, it's not like we need any guard play help or anything.
You seen some of the SEC action? Including this past weekend?
Who do you think Kennedy's agent is? How quickly do you think we can get him on the phone?
So Kennedy has played in the NBA. That has appeared to be a holdup, but that's related to the NCAA. A judge could say, well, pro is pro. And he's played more recently in the G League. Kennedy only played a little bit in the NBA. So, yeah, if Bediako could play, then perhaps Kennedy could get a temporary restraining order to play as well.
This might take Rick Barnes out.
This could take a lot of people out.
Well, I mean, we seen what coaches say, man, forget this portal and NIL stuff. Izzo's had enough. Rick Barnes, I feel like it's giving him new life, new energy, being able to replace guys from previous teams. But this might take him out, man. Mm-hmm. You have a tough home loss where you absolutely collapse versus Kentucky. You spend this week trying to get right. You're practicing. You want to fix all the issues before you go on the road to Alabama. And then Alabama brings back a pro player that played in 42 games plus against a front line that missed more bunnies than any point of the season. This might take Rick Barnes out, man. He might say, I'm done with this. I'm done. I'm over it. Here's a good thing for college sports fans. I do believe the worse it gets, the quicker we are to a solution. Just burn it to the ground. Just burn the NCAA to the ground. The more this stuff happens, I think the more power that presidents and ADs and chancellors understand that they need to take back. It's time to restructure this thing. But you need for the house to burn completely to rebuild. So this might be the latest. I hope it is. But let's let it completely burn to the ground.
Nick Kelly of AL.com, who had the report earlier today, wrote that Charles Bediako was granted a temporary restraining order. He's immediately eligible to participate in all Alabama basketball activities and games, according to the court documents. This will remain in effect for 10 days or until a hearing on the motion for a preliminary injunction is conducted. That hearing is set for January 27th, which is next Tuesday. So the only game in between now and then is Alabama against Tennessee on Saturday. I believe next Tuesday, Bama does have a game against Missouri. So that would be the day of the hearing, the night, I guess, after the hearing is scheduled.
They brought him in just to be able to compete against Tennessee because for the last couple of times that Alabama's played Tennessee, Tennessee has stuffed Alabama into a locker.
You think that's what it is?
I think that's exactly what it is. How could it not be that?
Yeah, what else could it be?
Nate Oates hasn't been able to beat Rick Barnes in the last couple of meetings. We have physically pushed them around in the paint. We have dominated the glass. We've been more physical to them than them. Even when they have had the 2-point lead late in the game on the road with every chance to win the game, the worst three-point shooter on the court hits a shot from half court to beat them. Shout out to the Tennessee Vols for getting that done last year versus Alabama at home and Jemima Mashack. But, yeah, Nate Oates is tired of losing to Tennessee. This is what this is about, Josh Ward.
Yeah, Bama struggled on the glass. Defensive rebounding percentage, they're 288th in the country.
Yeah.
Well, insert professional big man Charles Bediako. So Tennessee against Alabama, and it could be Tennessee against Bediako back after 3 years away from the Alabama Crimson Tide. He was in the same class as Kennedy Chandler. So we have seen, hey, what about Jaden Springer or Keon Johnson or Dalton Connect? Did you have somebody ask about Tobias Harris? I'm not sure Tobias is coming back.
Yeah,
he's probably good with his $26.6 million deal this year with the East contending Detroit Pistons.
I mean, Lakers, he's making $4 million this year from the Lakers. But, I mean,
Dalton,
it is in California.
Yeah, taxes.
I mean, it's like $2 million. Maybe even that. Now, he does have an endorsement deal for Jordan, but I don't know how much he's making there. And he seems miserable every time you see him play. Mm-hmm. He would be happy to be back in orange. We got some money in the budget. We didn't pay Sam Levitt $6 million. Got a little money in the budget.
So take some of that money and get Kennedy Chandler a new NIL deal to finish out the season. What do you think?
Hype, are you good over there? Because if Hype will still needs some more pieces, then we just have to call this basketball season a wash. They got to figure it out themselves. But if we, you know what, we're not good. I just saw what LSU's doing. We play LSU. Never mind. Sorry, Rick. You got to figure it out yourself. Well, this money needs to go to football. We need more tackles. We need more studs on this roster so that way we can compete with LSU this year.
One of the top pass rushers in the country will head from Ole Miss to LSU. That news coming out this morning.
Yeah, number one guy in the portal.
Prince Will You is Prince Will You.
Prince Will You.
Yep.
Will you what?
Lane Kiffin said, will you please go sack other quarterbacks for me again at LSU? And he said, yes, we'll continue the conversation. We've got a legal battle between Duke and Darian Mensah, who it looks like wants to go to Miami. Duke wants him to honor his contract, although they didn't want him to honor his word at Tulane the year prior. It's quite a world. What do you think about it? 865-656-9900 with the news item of the day, at least related to college basketball and college sports. Charles Bediako, who last played for Alabama during the 2022-23 season and has been playing professionally the last 3 seasons, including this year in the G League, has received a temporary restraining order, allowing him to become eligible immediately, with Alabama set to host Tennessee on Saturday night. Tell us what you think. 865-656-9900. Jason Swain is here. He's a VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver. I'm Josh Ward. Every day we are presented by Junk Be Gone on Josh and Swain.
The Sports Animal app has a special second stream and a link to our latest videos. Download the Sports Animal app.
Hiller Plumbing, Cooling, and Electrical have been in business since 1990. Family owned and operated. 100% satisfaction guarantees what you can expect from Hiller. They believe in their work, they stand by their work, and if you are not happy and pleased with the work performed, they'll make sure to make it right. Their technicians are experienced, professional, trustworthy. They come into your home and leave it clean and better than they found it. The techs at Hiller operate differently. They treat your family like they would want their own family to be treated. Being welcome into your home is something Hiller doesn't take lightly. They're trained to make sure that you are never left without services you need to be comfortable and safe. You can book online It's very easy. It's very convenient. In a few minutes, you can handle setting an appointment without ever picking up the phone. Learn more. Go to the website, happyhealer.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
It's a new year, time for new goals. At the YMCA of East Tennessee, there's something for everyone to kickstart your journey to health and happiness. From basketball to swimming, weightlifting to yoga, and group classes and childcare, the Y has everything your family needs, all under one roof. With 5 convenient locations in Knoxville, you're never far from a place where everyone belongs. Discover a community that supports you and find the best version of yourself. Join the Y today, where New Year's goals become lifelong habits. The YMCA of East Tennessee, for a better us. Learn more or join online at ymcaknoxville.org.
Aim it, double up, makes it. Phillips slams her.
It's basketball time in Tennessee. Tennessee Vols and Lady Vols single game tickets are on sale now. Make plans now to join the fun for one of the best atmospheres in college basketball this season at Food City Center. Tickets for select games are going fast. Purchase yours at allvols.com before it's too late. It's basketball time at the Food City Center. Visit allvols.com.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable Scent Boosters to give your laundry non-stop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
boss, 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 bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppables beads to your wash for 24-hour non-stop freshness so you can smell unstoppable.
My ride smells just right, just right, just right, just right.
Y'all gotta try that Febreze car.
Just right, just right, just right. Yeah. La 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 la. With up to 40 days of consistent scent, all over Febreze car clips right on your vent. You know my car's my happy place. Keep that smile on my face when it smells just right, just right, just right. Yeah. Breathe happy Febreze. La 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 la.
Hey Vol fans, it's Dr. Lewis Reaper with Tennessee Foot and Ankle, and our team is all Vol. We know the pains that come from kicking the TV after a tough loss and the agony that follows until the next win. For any Vol pain that you experience, let us help heal you from the ankles down. Located in Sevierville, Madisonville, and Lenoir City, we'll make it worth the drive knowing you're being treated by true Vol fans who know true Vol pains. Call today at VOL 986-2700 and let's get your Vol pain gone before more settle in this next game day. Tennessee Foot and Ankle.
His Security and Technology, your one-stop shop for all your security and technology needs. We offer state-of-the-art security systems to protect your home or business, as well as cutting-edge technology solutions to enhance your daily life. Our team of experts is dedicated to providing top-quality service and support. Contact His Security Technology today to learn more about how we can help you stay protected and connected. 865-474-9495 or visit hissecurity.com. In God we trust, all others we monitor.
The hottest sports stories of the day, broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. A lot of messages coming in the text box, which we appreciate, discussing the news of the day in college sports. Charles Bediako, who played 2 seasons at Alabama, has been in the G League this year and has played professionally the last 3 seasons. He entered the 23 NBA draft, went undrafted, but has signed multiple contracts, 2-way contracts included in the league. It was also brought up in the text box, and should point it out. So he filed the lawsuit in Tuscaloosa Circuit Court. I saw Jake Thompson post on Twitter. Attorney helps out Tyler and Will. Fascinating that teams are using state injunctions versus federal injunctions because federal injunctions have not been going well for them. I don't see this working out long term, but it is a nice temporary measure. And we will see what happens with the hearing set 6 days from now. But we had this question come in. Swain, tell me if you have an answer. So multiple asking, okay, you sign a pro contract. How can you return to play in college? the answer may end up being they're not seeing a difference in a pro contract with another league versus being paid to play basketball in college. It was also brought up, though, this question. So don't necessarily love this, but what is the difference in somebody like Bediako, who's played professionally in America with the G League, versus the international professional players who have been granted eligibility to come in? You're seeing all kinds of European pros who are playing college hoops.
Illinois.
That's right. Tennessee has one. Ethan Berg played professional basketball overseas before coming to play at Tennessee. Legally, I don't know what the answer is going to be there. I'm sure that I know that was brought up in Bediako's complaint. When he filed his suit for immediate eligibility, he referenced the NCAA's bias, as they described it, toward international players with professional experience. So that is a part of his complaint seeking reinstatement. Secret text line question, was there anything said about how he is academically eligible? I haven't seen that. That's another good follow-up question. He hasn't been, I'm guessing, taking regular full-time classes over the last few years.
He is now.
He is enrolled at Alabama. But yeah, the break, as you might put it, is interesting. So I've got more questions than answers here, but I'm not seeing it. We haven't gotten one message yet that says, I love this. Nobody has come in and said, you know what? Sure, let them all play, other than, hey, can we get Kennedy to come back and play? We've been asked, does LeBron have eligibility? I don't think so, but again, legally, I don't know. He never stepped foot on campus.
Maybe Bediako just doesn't have any shame in this game at all, but, like, I would feel weird, like, going from middle school to high school and then not being able to cut it in high school and say, you know what, I want to go back to middle school and dominate again and play against that competition. Or let's say going from high school to college. Oh, well, it didn't work out, going to college my freshman year. So you know what, I'm going to go back to high school and dominate in high school. Like, it's just weird. You thought you were good enough to leave college as a sophomore. You were a good player at Alabama. You're a professional playing with other professionals who are more skilled. And because you are not cutting it, you want to come back and play in college against younger dudes?
So Bediako will turn 24 before the start of the SEC tournament.
Yeah, and everybody is a professional at the collegiate level now.
That's the thing. I think this is viewed. Bediako, I'm guessing. Well, first of all, he sees a way to make money.
Well, college is a lower level G League.
Right. Yeah.
So, for whatever reason, you're not cutting it, or maybe the money is not good enough in G League, you're opting to come play at a lower level than where you were playing at.
Yeah.
I just think as a competitor, that's a little soft. But hey.
Yeah, it's another professional option. I'm guessing that he views it as other players. The player that went to Baylor kind of viewed it as, what's the difference if you get cut from an NBA team and you get a call from a European team or a team in Australia and says, hey, we've got a contract for you. And the agent presents it to the player, and the player says, okay, I'll go play for them. It just so happens that the team that is offered a contract is at the University of Alabama.
Oh man, what a joke!
I don't like it, but I don't know what the legal answer is going to be here. We've been wondering. We've referenced it multiple times. Alberto Osuna, when he was seeking another year of eligibility, the judge in that case referenced the slippery slope, and if I grant this, what does it mean for future eligibility questions? And people have continued to ask, well, what is keeping somebody from just playing 7, 8, 9, 10 years in college? And I think we've all been waiting on an answer, and maybe this gets us one step closer to figuring out what's the long-term conversation going to be around eligibility, because the NCAA this isn't the NCAA saying come on and play. Now, the complaint in the lawsuit does reference other guys that have gotten eligibility, so I get that. But they're going to court. They're going to court to challenge legally, to say, hey, at least in this case, I'm within my 5 years. Yes, I've been playing professionally, But the guys that are currently playing college basketball, they're professionals too. That's part of the argument here.
Yeah, I'm totally cool with NFL taking over college and having a commissioner. I'm totally cool with getting the NFL's advice on how to structure this thing because, like I said in the first segment, man, this thing is out of control. This thing feels like it's burned to the ground. It may be a good thing that's burned to the ground because that means that we can start all over and build a true foundation the right way. But this is absurd. And the question is, who is low enough, desperate enough, scandalous enough, besides Drew at Baylor, who was the first? Now it's Nate Oates. Who is desperate enough to go pull a player from the freaking G League to add to your team? You want to win that much? You're struggling that much? You already have NIL? You're supposed to be recruiting and developing? You're struggling so much at recruiting and developing your own kids that you feel like you have to go get a G League player to add to your roster to help you get it done? You can't get it done without a professional player leaving the G League to join your program? You can say whatever you want to say about Danny Hurley. He ain't doing no crazy stuff like this. You can get on to him about how he cusses at the referees and the language that he uses, whatever. He not stooping to this level. He's not. So, like, these two coaches, I get it. Winning is everything. And you skate the rules. You play in the gray area. I understand. But this is weak to me. This is really weak. And honestly, if Rick Barnes went out and got Jade Springer or Kenny Chandler, I would say the same thing. Because I'm joking. I don't want to go get Kenny Chandler. But, like, you got to stoop that low to be able to win?
Lance says this is the equivalent of Josh returning to the Farragut chess team before they play Bearden. You mentioned middle school hoops.
Yeah, what about it?
If they got some minutes.
You take them?
Yeah. Get some run.
Josh, you're 40 years old. It's over.
It's all about skill level, Swain.
Well, in that case, you might be able to be the sixth man.
Randall said, this reminds me of seeing 40-year-olds on the dance floor on the Strip when I was 18 to 20. Time to move along, fellas.
It is time. It is time. Those ladies are for college students, not for you, Grandpa. Move along.
Of course this is absurd. This is all absurd. It's out of control. But
it's crazy, man.
Right now, Charles Bediako, who is in his 5th year out of IMG Academy.
And you better not let Felix at par bust your butt.
Yeah, what if you go out there?
You better not let Dwayne Brown give you the business. And Jalen Carey. You know these boys mad. Missing all them damn layups of the night. You know they mad. You know they're upset. You know it's a point of emphasis to play better in the post. J.P. Estrella. You better not let Tennessee's bigs give you the business. You better not, Bediako. Because you won't be able to go back to the G League without getting joked on. You gained all this experience, trained with all these professional trainers, worked against all these professionals, got better in your last couple of years, went back to college. You better average 20 points. You better tear it up this weekend, man. You better tear it up. You better not let Tennessee come in and beat you. You better not. You won't hear the end of it.
Josh asked in the text box, so does this make him a 24-year-old freshman? He would be a senior. The way that this has typically worked is they remove that time from your eligibility. He's in his 5th season, so this would make him a senior with a semester remaining to play basketball, presumably.
And then he's going to petition for another year in off season?
He could. Yeah, he could do that too. He could sue for more time. But that's the way I believe it worked with James, the player that went to Baylor, that they just removed the time spent professionally from his eligibility. But it's all confusing. Ethan Berg is a sophomore, so it does take rulings, and we'll see how this plays out. But right now, thanks to the temporary restraining order, Charles Bediako, who last played for Alabama 3 years ago, has been playing professionally since then, is eligible immediately to play for the Tide against Tennessee on Saturday night. We'll continue the conversation. 865-656-9900. What Swain thinks, what you think. Tell us. Call or text 865-656-9900. We continue on Josh and Swain.
Leaky pipes.
Oh, no.
Toilets clogged.
Oh, crap.
Don't freak out. Just call us. Problem solved.
Okay.
Valley Plumbing. Any plumbing issue, anytime. Call Valley Plumbing at 865-351-0643 or visit valleyplumbingtn.com.
Time now for a Sports Animals Sports Minute.
A handful of ranked teams in action in men's college hoops tonight, 7 o'clock. Number 11 Illinois takes on Maryland. 22nd ranked North Carolina welcomes Notre Dame. At 9 o'clock, top ranked Arizona faces Cincinnati. 7th ranked Nebraska meets Washington. And 8th ranked Gonzaga takes on Pepperdine. A couple of games in the SEC. Kentucky meets Texas at 7 o'clock. Mississippi State takes on Texas A&M at 9. In the NBA tonight at 7 o'clock, the Cavs visit the Hornets. 7:30, Celtics host the Pacers. Nets visit the Knicks. 8 o'clock, Grizzlies take on the Hawks. Pistons visit the Pelicans. 9:30, Bucks host the Thunder. And the Raptors visit the Kings at 10 o'clock. In the NFL, the Los Angeles Chargers are expected to hire former Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel to be the team's new offensive coordinator. He would replace Greg Roman, who was fired after the Chargers lost to the Patriots 16-3 in the AFC wildcard. McDaniel went 35-33 in 4 seasons as the Dolphins head coach. I'm Joel Silverberg.
A new year full of new possibilities and new celebrations. If you've got a big moment on the calendar coming up in 2026, make sure you celebrate it in a big way with TK Wheeler Jewelers. When a special occasion calls for a special present, there is only one place to shop, and that's on South Illinois Avenue in Oak Ridge, right there next to the Outback Steakhouse. TK Wheeler is the king of custom jewelry. So if you ever need an old piece of jewelry rejuvenated, or you truly want a one-of-a-kind piece to celebrate your milestone, then trust your time and efforts to TK Wheeler. He's a true craftsman and can create the most beautiful one-of-a-kind heirloom pieces of jewelry that you'll want to hand down to your kids one day. And it's more affordable than you think. Plus, with over $2.5 million worth of inventory, if one of those special occasions sneaks up on you and you've got to do some last-minute shopping, you have plenty of jewels to choose from. Whenever you're shopping for jewelry this new year, shop where I do. TK Wheeler Jewelers.
This has been a paid advertisement.
Hi, it's Bob Kessler. Turning 65 or retiring soon? Medicare is important, but it can be confusing. That's why the licensed local Medicare agents at Senior Financial Group are here to help at no cost to you. They compare plans from top insurance companies, explain your options, and help you find coverage that fits. Call Senior Financial Group at 865-777-0153 or visit sfgmedicare.com. Medicare made simple. Support you can trust.
Hey there, beautiful. It's a new year, and it's time for a new crush. And I'm the Cadillac Casanova. This January at Cadillac of Knoxville, I'm starting the year with a little temptation. Interest rates as low as 2.9 on XT5s, Optics, Lyrics, and Vistix. Go ahead, treat yourself. Sleek style, refined comfort, and a drive that knows how to make the first move. But don't wait too long, sweetheart. These January specials won't last long. Start the new year falling hard with the Cadillac Casanova at Cadillac of Knoxville.
Do you have a house that's causing you stress and need to sell it fast? Then keep listening. Hi, I'm Pat with ProSource Home Buyers, and I will make you a fair, as-is, all-cash offer on your house today. No matter the condition, price range, or location, call me, 865-500-3711. Maybe it's inherited, sitting vacant, causing you financial stress, or needs more repairs than you can handle. Whatever the situation, I'll buy it. Whether your house is in perfect condition or falling apart, I'll buy it. Behind on payments, I'll buy it. Tenants not paying rent, I'll buy it. Facing foreclosure, I'll buy it. No repairs, no banks, no fees, and no commissions. We can close in as little as 1 week. If you're ready to sell your house fast, call me at 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711.
In a flash, sell your house for cash. ProSource Home Buyers.
Looking to grow your business? If you want to reach passionate sports fans across Tennessee, 99.1 The Sports Animal is your perfect partner. With exclusive coverage of the Tennessee games, plus daily talk shows you can have originating at your place of business featuring your favorite hosts. Sports Talk with John and Vince from 6 to 9 a.m. Eric Ainge and Brian Rice, 9 to noon. Josh and Swain from noon to 3. And Tyler and Will from 3 to 7 p.m. When our hosts endorse your business, it pays dividends. Connect with highly dedicated sports fans tuned in throughout the day for game insights, hot takes, and local buzz. Advertising on 99.1 The Sports Animal means more visibility, more brand awareness, and more customers walking through your door. Reach your goals. Grow your business. Contact Kimberly Parker today by texting the word business to 865-656-9900. Business to 865-656-9900. Let's make your brand a part of the game.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
Although it is a very chilly start this Wednesday morning, our afternoon highs will rebound very nicely back into the upper 40s to the lower 50s, but that will come with some afternoon and evening light scattered showers and even a few elevation flakes. In the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Sydney Sullivan.
Need a new shingle roof? Creative Metal Systems offers expert installation with a commitment to quality since 1997. Get guaranteed long-term protection. Visit CreativeMetalSystems.com now and schedule your free no-hassle quote. That's CreativeMetalSystems.com.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by Junk Be Gone. Rent any dumpster at regular rate and get 2 extra days free. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for 2 decades.
Fair, honest sports conversation from 2 guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us every day, presented by Junk Beyond, East Tennessee's junk removal specialists. University of Alabama has put out a statement saying the University of Alabama supports Charles and his ongoing efforts to be reinstated for competition while he works to complete his degree.
Oh, man. What was that last part again?
While he works.
You can't even read it with a straight face, can you? Oh, man.
This is not a laughing matter, Swain. This is a very serious subject.
No, it's not. It's not serious. This is one of the most unserious subjects we've ever touched on. This thing is so unserious.
Yeah, we are not serious people at this point. But
so goofy, man.
While he's working to complete his degree, okay? Some of us still care about academics. Swain, here's the statement from the NCAA on Charles Bediako, who has been playing in the G League. He had a 2-way contract with the Spurs organization. He last played for Alabama in the spring of 2023. The NCAA statement reads, "These attempts to sidestep NCAA rules and recruit individuals who have finished their time in college or signed NBA contracts are taking away opportunities from high school students. A judge ordering the NCAA let a former NBA player take the court Saturday against actual college student athletes is exactly why Congress must step in and empower college sports to enforce our eligibility rules." Nate Oates was actually asked about this subject a couple of weeks ago. He was on Peter Burns' show on Sirius XM, the college sports channel. This was just a little bit more than 2 weeks ago with the news of Baylor bringing in a player from the G League. That player is not performing at a very high level, by the way. But this is what Nate Oates said on the subject of, hey, what about bringing guys back from the G League to play in college?
Gonna have to if they're eligible and somebody else is gonna get them. Like I wouldn't say I'd be one of the guys that was necessarily for it to begin with, because I do think it's taken away opportunities from kids coming out of high school that, I was a high school coach for 11 years. I wanted my kids to get opportunities when they left my program. This is taking opportunities away from those kids, but on a competitive level, if it's allowable and they're going to be eligible to play and they're the better players you can get, then you probably got to go after them.
So that was Nate Oates a couple weeks ago, saying I don't necessarily like it, but if they're eligible, you kind of got to do it. And right now, he is trying to do it with Charles Bediako eligible this Saturday.
You don't have to do it.
Don't have to.
You don't have to. Stop it. You want to. That's why you're doing it. You don't have to. You have a choice. You have a decision. So stop. Right now, Alabama, they are, according to the bracketology, they are a 5th seed. They bring in Bediako, and they start balling. If you're the NCAA, you still got some power left. It's your basketball tournament, is it not?
It is.
Last time I checked, it's their tournament. They make a lot of money from it. They have these commercials running during March Madness. You gonna let Alabama have a great seed with a professional basketball player that joined the team halfway during the season from the G League? NCAA, you gonna do something about it? You gonna let Alabama be higher than the 5th seed? Because what I would do is say, hey, Alabama, that's cool. You can bring them on. Judge rule in your favor. But you will not get higher than the 5th seed. I don't care how many games you win with this player in your roster. The 5th seed, how high you going to go, buddy? Can't go higher than 5th seed. That's what I would do. Why not? If you're the NCAA, your time is limited anyways. You are on borrowed time. So you might as well throw around a big stick while you still kind of have one. I mean, it's kind of like a little switch right now, but you might as well throw it around while you have it.
Yeah, they don't have much on their side.
Yeah.
Let's say hello to Dustin. Dustin, thanks for calling in. What do you think about the story of the day? A G League player right now eligible to return to play for Alabama.
This is, it's sickening. It's what it is. It's the old saying that crap flows downhill. And I'm telling y'all, boys, this is, you think this is crazy, just wait. It's coming. I don't know how much y'all look at the high school scene around town, but the high school kids are starting to post on their stuff that they're transferring to this school, transferring to that school, and NIL starting to leak down into the high schools. And I'm gonna tell y'all, wait till a senior decides that he wants to come back and play one more year in high school because of this guy. Because it's gonna happen. He's gonna say, well, they're gonna say, well, you only get 4 years of school. Well, I'm gonna be held back. But you played 4 years. Well, I played freshman ball and JV ball. I didn't play varsity ball. It's coming. It just slows downhill, and it's just, I tell you what, it wouldn't be so bad. But I don't even think you get a diploma from Alabama. Do you get a blank sheet of paper with an A on it? That's the only letter they know in the alphabet. And I mean, it's ridiculous. It really is. And for the NCAA to sit by, and like Jason just said, man, they don't even have a stick no more. But I'll tell you right now, it's killing the game. It's going to take the fans. Eventually, it's going to take the fans away. Because who wants to watch a 30-year-old man come out there and play against an 18-year-old boy? I mean, it's like the guy that goes to prom 3 years after he graduated high school, takes a girl to prom. It's sickening. It's not even going to be competitive. I don't know, man. I've watched. We spent more time last couple of weeks watching this transfer portal, and I'm like, I just want to talk football. Somebody talk football.
Dustin, just curious, do you want Joey Aguilar to get another year to play quarterback for Tennessee?
Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it.
I don't.
Okay.
Yes.
He passed the test.
Josh trying to be slick. Good answer.
I was curious. I was just curious.
I mean, I say it like this. Don't get me wrong, man. I think what Joey did was great coming in here in 1 year. But I think at some point in time, you're paying GMAC and Faison money they proved it in high school, and that's why they got their scholarship, man. And Josh Heupel makes a lot of money, and it's time to flip the page and say, all right, which one of y'all going to step up? And that's just my opinion.
Okay.
And I know a lot of people do want him back, but I think at some point in time, man, get your diploma, and go on.
Dustin, I'm with you, by the way. In a general conversation, if it doesn't work out for Joey, I will feel bad for him. But in the grand scheme of the college sports game, I think that's a more important conversation.
Yeah. Well, that's all I got, fellas. It's just sickening to me.
Thanks, Dustin. We appreciate you. We'll continue the conversation, inviting you to be part of it. 865-656-9900.
Good job, Dustin. Proud of you, man.
We do have text saying, can we get Dalton Connect? Can we get Jemai Mashak? Can we get Chaz Lanier? So not everybody is on Dustin's side.
Well, you didn't ask him about Chaz Lanier. You asked him about Joey Aguilar.
Just about Joey Aguilar. That's a very good point. We'll continue the conversation. What do you think? Tell us right here on Josh and Swain.
Be here this afternoon at 5 for 30 uninterrupted minutes of Talkin' Sports. Breaking only to give you 30-second traffic updates and then straight back to sports. No Huddle, powered by USS, proud ball sponsor and foundation expert United Structural Systems. For all your foundation and waterproofing needs.
They guarantee their best.
Call USS. No Huddle this afternoon at 5.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Brogan Financial, which pursues excellence every day in the delivery of wealth management and comprehensive retirement planning. Everything Brogan Financial does is about serving their clients that they help in identifying and achieving life goals for retirement and beyond. The comprehensive plan that Brogan Financial can help you with will focus on key areas, including investment management, income planning, tax planning, estate and legacy planning, and healthcare planning. Brogan Financial was founded in 2001 and operates as a fiduciary, meaning they have a responsibility to act solely in the best interest of the client. Brogan Financial is a fee-based advisory practice. They have transparent fees, open communication. They will clearly communicate to you so that you understand every part of the comprehensive plan and how it can help you achieve your financial goals, your life goals. Learn more about Brogan Financial. Go to broganfinancial.com, set up a meeting, and see how they can help you. Remember, broganfinancial.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
Join the Sports Animal with Josh and Swain Thursdays. They broadcast live from noon to 3 from the Bed Store on Kingston Pike. The Bed Store has 6 convenient area locations with brands like Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and Sealy. The right mattress, the right price, guaranteed at the Bed Store.
Enjoying a healthy dinner that tastes great means eating out at a pricey restaurant, right? Wrong. Healthy Choice Simply Steamers are delicious and healthy. The Tray and Tray steam technology delivers crisp veggies and tender protein in tasty selections, like Healthy Choice Simply Steamers grilled chicken and broccoli Alfredo. It's a satisfying meal with 28 grams of protein and nothing artificial. Healthy Choice Simply Steamers. What having it all tastes like.
At Straight Talk, we get it. You say no a lot.
Mom, can I get a tarantula?
No.
Coffee?
No. So we're giving you more reasons to say yes, like a free 5G phone with real unlimited data with select plan activation.
Can I use the free phone?
Yes. See? Doesn't it feel good to say yes to more?
Absolutely. Face tattoo?
Absolutely not. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Taxes and fees apply. In-store activation of Gold Unlimited plan or higher required. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Want to create a beautiful outdoor space? Call Tennessee Deck and Fence. We're your local deck and fence experts. We offer a no-pressure approach so you can relax as our team works with you to design a deck or fence that perfectly suits your needs and style. We use only the highest quality materials and expert craftsmanship to ensure a long-lasting, beautiful product. Call us today, 865-304-0955, or you can visit TennesseeDeckandFence.com for a free consultation. Let's create a backyard you're going to love.
Hello, Knoxville. This is Mitchell Parton with Frazier's Carpet One. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, ceramic, or anything else for the floor, Frazier's Carpet One makes it easy. With free in-home estimates and free in-home shopping, Frazier's makes it easy. With no money down and free financing for an entire year, Frazier's makes it easy. And as a fourth-generation family-owned business, you don't stay in business for 65 years unless you make it easy. So give us a call today at 546-4850 and let us come to you with free in-home estimates and free in-home shopping. Let us show you how easy it can be to transform one room or an entire home with beautiful, new, professionally installed flooring from Fraser's Carpet One.
Hey, I'm Josh Hemphill, right here in Knoxville. Let's talk about something that's not always top of mind, but still really important, life insurance. The Josh Hemphill State Farm team can help you understand options that best fit your family. Contact us right here in Powell at 865-512-7542.
I'm Pat Boyle here to help you beat the books with Westwood One Sports. Looking ahead to the NFC title game, Seahawks are down to just Kenneth Walker in their running back room. Torn ACL for Zach Charbonnet last week. The other running backs are on IR as well. There's nobody to take away touches from Kenny Walker. In the two meetings versus the Rams this year, he had 11 carries for 100 yards and then 16 for 67 yards. But in the latter, he didn't even get half the team carries. His rushing yards prop is in the upper 80s right now on BetMGM. I'm taking the over. I'm Pat Boyle. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
This new year, get started on your next success with University of Maryland Global Campus. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start February 11th. An accredited state university, UMGC offers online and hybrid classes while giving you a head start on 2026. Earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and experience, or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Braden Gall of 440 Sports in 10 minutes. Austin Price of VolQuest coming up at 1:30. We'll be with you until 3 o'clock. Andrew texted in, part of me wants to see Alabama play Bediako on Saturday, only to see Bama become public enemy number one, get blackballed by the NCAA Tournament Selection Committee, and hear Nate Oates and their fans cry about it. Wah, wah. We had it brought up in the text box. We discussed this player earlier, but Baylor has a player who joined midseason. He joined the team a few weeks ago from the G League. Don't believe he had a two-way contract. That is part of.
He stinks for Baylor.
Yeah, he is not contributing.
Just say it, Josh. He stinks for Baylor.
Yeah, he is.
He hasn't done anything. Mm-hmm. And the sad thing is when you go to Baylor Bears, their ESPN team profile, and you click on the roster, and you go to the young man's link, and you click on the link, and you go to his player profile.
Yep. On Baylor's roster.
On Baylor's roster, the background image for that player is the NBA logo, and he's wearing a Charlotte Hornet NBA jersey. Not even a Baylor uniform.
Yep. Yep. And if you want to see his stats, you have to click out of the National Basketball Association option to go to the men's college basketball option. Now, we had this question off air, passed along to Joel, who shared it with us. His question was, what is the difference in the situation with Charles Bediako? The situation, by the way, being that Bediako played 2 seasons at Alabama. His last season with the Tide was the 22-23 season, so 3 years ago. He then declared for the NBA draft, was not drafted, but he has spent the last few years playing in the G League. He's been on a 2-way contract, which is technically an NBA deal. He just hasn't seen time in an NBA game. That with the Spurs organization. So he was playing with a G League team just a couple of weeks ago, but due to the case at Baylor, and he also cited European professionals coming to play college basketball, he has sued for the right to return to college to play, and a temporary restraining order was granted earlier today in Tuscaloosa,
of course,
allowing him to play this Saturday while a hearing is set for next week. The question that was offered up to Joel, who passed along to us, what is the difference in Bediako's case or situation as compared to somebody like Tennessee basketball player Ethan Berg? One obvious difference would be Bediako left college, declared for the NBA draft, and has been playing under an NBA contract. But a follow-up can still be, in court, they might not see a difference. And that's kind of what we're waiting to find out. Do they see a difference? If you leave college versus having played professionally before you arrive in college. Berg arrived at Tennessee as a sophomore, so he lost some eligibility having played professionally, but not all of it. So he is a sophomore at Tennessee, and I'm curious to see what will be said legally, because they might say, no, Bediako's right here. He did leave college, but other professionals have come into college. He's just returning to college. You want to get to the academic side, there's obviously some real concern there, but
Stop, Josh.
You're not having it. So I don't. Do you have anything else to offer? And what is the difference in Berg and Bediako? The obvious being that Bediako went to college and then left. Berg played professionally and then arrived.
You know what, man? I would hate to be a hypocrite. So I'm willing to let Ethan Berg just go ahead and go back overseas and
for the good of the game.
For the good of the game.
Okay.
I would want to be a hypocrite. So
okay.
Yeah, man. Just it's time to do the right thing.
The right thing.
That's what Tennessee's all about. Hey, it's about integrity, and I think we need to do the right thing.
Leaders lead.
That's what we do. Hey, somebody got to do it, Josh.
Yep.
Somebody got to do it. It's hard to lead, man. It's not popular.
Yep.
But that's what we're willing to do.
Yep. Now, Justin in the text box says, bring me Kennedy Chandler. We will bring you Braden Gall of 440 Sports when we come back to begin hour number 2 of today's show, presented by Junk Begun on Josh and Swain.
Hey, I'm Chris Van Vliet. This is Insight with Chris Van Vliet. Go behind the scenes and beyond the headlines with people like John Cena.
That's where Never Give Up comes from. I wasn't Brock. I wasn't Roman. I wasn't Dwayne. I was last.
And the biggest names in pro wrestling and beyond.
It's a legitimate interview.
This is Insight with
Chris Van Vliet!
Insight with Chris Van Vliet. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Amish Elegance Fine Custom Furniture. You can stop by and see the beautiful furniture from Amish Elegance at 613 North Campbell Station Road, located in Farragut, right off the interstate. They recently just finished updating and refreshing their showroom floor. It's 4,200-foot showroom floor. When you walk in, you can see and feel the difference in the quality of furniture from Amish Elegance. They have so many different options for whatever space you are looking to fill. If you're already getting that itch for spring and summertime with the cold weather we're dealing with right now, how about quality patio furniture? They have these beautiful orange and white chairs and table you can set up on your outdoor space or in your patio. They can build whatever you need. So you can sit down with the team there. They can design specifically anything you need. They hand those plans over to the Amish families they work with to build beautiful furniture, and it is built to last. Again, you can see and feel the difference in the quality with the furniture from Amish Elegance. Stop by and see them at 613 North Campbell Station Road. Stop by the website, AmishElegance.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
Hey, it's Heather Harrington. The entertaining season is upon us, and if your kitchen is not giving hostess with the mostest vibes, then it's time to call in the team from Kitchen Sales. Put a kitchen remodel at the top of your Santa wish list. Invest in making the kitchen the happy place in your home with the experienced team at Kitchen Sales. They can do projects big and small, stock or custom. They have so much variety that you can pick the perfect cabinet upgrades for your space and your budget. You can also put everything for your new kitchen together in one spot. Cabinets, countertops, backsplashes, appliances, even line out your financing. Now, I've turned into a cooking and baking homebody over the years, and our 11 by 4 foot island the Kitchen Sales team installed is perfect for all the things and all the entertaining I want to do. You can visit one of their 2 showrooms either on Hoyt Avenue near downtown Knoxville, or you can go out west in the Town and Country Circle Shopping Center. Plus, you can browse online at kitchensales.net.
This has been a paid advertisement.
I remember when I was a little boy, and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman, and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy, and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today, or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store. Well, we'll even tuck you in.
If you want a great-looking fence or secure entry gate that will stand the test of time, you need to call Stanley Fencing and Gates. Proudly serving East Tennessee since 2000, Stanley Fencing can customize your fence. Just tell Stanley Fencing your idea, and they'll bring it to life, offering chain link, vinyl, aluminum, and wood fencing. They even specialize in secure entry gates to protect your business. For customized fencing and gates backed by a warranty, choose the Stanley Fence family. Call 865-254-3844 or online at stanleyfence.com.
From the Budweiser Studios, this is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville. Streaming worldwide on 99.1thesportsanimal.com and on the Sports Animal app. We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is a Westwood One Sports Minute.
Can we stop with the deification of poor Josh Allen? The man played one of the worst games of his career in Denver, costing his team their best shot to go on a Super Bowl run since he entered the league. If it had been any other quarterback, we'd be burying them. Instead, he's being treated like he's Mother Teresa. Don't get this twisted. Josh Allen cost the Bills their best shot at a Super Bowl in his career. Guess what? He's not getting any younger. I'm Chris Mack.
Presented by Robinhood.
He crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood prediction markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood prediction markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by Junk Be Gone. Rent any dumpster at regular rate and get 2 extra days free. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for 2 decades.
This is Josh and Swain. We begin hour number 2. Thank you for being with us. My plan is coming together, by the way. I have been working to get Jason Swain one more year of eligibility. Every case gets us closer, I think, to Swain. Did you get number 1? We'll have to work that out. But we're trying to get more eligibility. Right now, Charles Bediako has some eligibility remaining to come back and play for Alabama. He could play against Tennessee on Saturday. We'll see if he is allowed to play beyond Saturday. There's a hearing set for next Tuesday, but a temporary restraining order allowing Charles Bediako, who left Alabama following the 22-23 season and has been playing in the professional ranks with the G League this year, to return to Alabama. Right now, Alabama supporting the decision.
Of course they are, Josh.
They want to see him get his degree, as the statement said.
They're a 5th seed.
Yep. We are also working to get Braden Gall some eligibility back. Braden, you had to hop off last week because there was the cell issue. I think you were telling us you had 1 year at MTSU, right, as an invited walk-on. So we can try to get you eligibility as well. I'm gonna see if Farragut Middle will let me get some run in their upcoming game as well. So it's all about skill level at whatever level you want to play at. But what do you think of just the ongoing eligibility conversation, everything that we're talking about with this lawsuit, that lawsuit in college sports right now?
Yeah, I don't think Sean McVay could put a 30-pound overweight, 6'1", 4'9", 43-year-old. I don't think he could find a place for me in his offense. I don't think that'll work. Look, the eligibility thing, here's the thing. I'm of two minds on this, which is it's a joke. It's ridiculous. It's laughable. We can, all the things, right? But if it was your team, you'd want them to do it. And that's where that's where we are with this. That's where we are with football. That's where we are with the portal. It's where we are with basketball. It's where we are with baseball. It's where we are with everything in the NCAA right now is like, oh, I hate it. It seems stupid. I don't know why we're doing it. How can we do it at my school? That's where we are. And so I don't know how that with the impasse right now with the college football playoff between the Big Ten and the SEC clearly being at odds, but clearly being in charge of the decision, and like my two daughters, incapable of getting along and solving a problem over lots of reasons. I don't know why either of those two entities would ever give up control they now have at 50-50 to create some governing body, which means it's up to they're never going to give up that power, which means it's up to probably Congress to do it. And obviously I have no faith in that happening. So I don't know I don't know how we get to a point. I know where we all know where we need to go. We need to go to collective bargaining. We need to go to revenue distribution. We need to go to salary caps. We need to go to a singular governing body with a commissioner and a set of rules that is the same for everybody, scheduling, uniformity, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's not hard to see where we need to go. It's real hard to see the path on how to get there. And until that happens, this is where we're at, which is the courts are going to continue to beat down the NCAA in almost every turn, and players are going to get what they want, which is, again, on the surface sounds fine, but it just is also, like in this case, completely absurd to have played. This is the guy who played 3 years in the NBA, right, in G League, and now he's going to be on a college basketball court this weekend. What are we doing? But at the same time, if Tennessee had this player, I'd be like, hell yeah, let's go. So,
do we want it to burn to the ground? I mean, is that the best path to get to ultimately where we feel like we need to be, is for it to get worse before it gets better?
I mean, I get your question totally, but I would argue isn't the NCAA right now already like a crumbling pile of ashes, like a smoldering pile of debris? I mean, isn't that what the NCAA is right now? They have no power. They're completely feckless. They have no role other than putting on the NCAA tournament, really, in baseball and basketball and a few other sports that people care about, softball, et cetera. But at the end of the day, and even that, it wasn't the women's tournament 2 years ago where they were people were posting photos of the weight rooms going guys, what are you doing? Yeah. So even the one thing they still do, they do poorly. So I would say the NCAA is almost irrelevant in this conversation about the future. All of the power is in two offices, two buildings, in Chicago with the Big Ten and in Birmingham with the SEC. That's it. They have all of the power. They make all the decisions. They are a collection of universities. They are a collection of businesses, 18 in the Big Ten, 16 in the SEC. The NCAA was already fairly feckless even at its height because it was just a collection of universities. It was just a loose organization of powerful entities. And so, again, why would Greg Sankey or Tony Petitti give up the control and the power they have? I mean, what it feels like is that they are going to take all of the sports, including football, they're going to take them down with them because they can't get along. And so the NCAA, if you think they've got a role in this, it feels like it might be in sort of ceremonial and in name only. But this is the problem. We have no clear-cut person, entity, business, power structure to turn to that has college football or college basketball or college sports interest at heart. What is best for the games, for the sports, and in turn, what's best for the players and the fans and the athletes and the coaches? And we have nobody that's doing anything about that. We have a TV network that's deciding deadlines because they need to sell ad revenue, and it's all everyone for themselves. It's going to be like this until we have a governing centralized body, and I don't know how we get that.
Braden Gall, 440 Sports. What is best for Cam Ward and the future of the Titans? Robert Saleh in there as head coach. What happens next with the Titans? What did you think of the hire for the Titans?
I love the Saleh hire. Even if I don't like hires, I think the smart, rational fan behavior should be to give everybody a clean slate, give him a chance to show people what he can do. But at the end of the day, I think he was, he probably would have been 2 or 3 on my list if I go back and look at our shows that we did talking about all the candidates in either October or December or even the week after the season ended. I had John Harbaugh at 1, and then I had some combination of Brian Flores and Kevin Stefanski and Robert Saleh all in that mix. I mean, once Harbaugh picked his job and once Stefanski picked his job, I think it's safe to say that he was the best candidate on the board. I mean, that was before Sean McDermott was fired, if you believe in Sean McDermott even. So I think the Titans hiring process was the best it's been since before the pandemic, which was when John Robinson was the GM and still doing pretty good things in 18 and 19. It sort of fell off the rails, and his process was all screwed up during the pandemic. His drafts were terrible. They fired him. That was an ugly process. They hired Ryan Carthon. That was a totally dysfunctional process. They hired Chad Brinker. That was a dysfunctional process. They fired Mike Vrabel. That was a dysfunctional process. Hiring Brian Callahan and firing Brian, all dysfunctional processes. This is the first time in 6 or 7 years, where a singular person who knows the most about football in the building, Mike Borgonzi, took control of something and handled it professionally. And so I think they ended up with a really good name. There were flaws in his tenure for the Jets, but his defenses are elite. He has all the traits they were looking for, which is leadership, culture, communication, energy, all the stuff that is about building a standard, as they describe it, behind the scenes. Brian Daboll, if he doesn't take the Buffalo job, reportedly is going to be the offensive coordinator. That would be a huge win for the organization and for Cam Ward. He'd be the most qualified offensive coordinator in the history of the franchise, frankly. And so if you tell me you've got Saleh running the defense and building the standard and the culture, and you've got Brian Daboll calling plays on the offense for Cam Ward, I would think if you're a Titans fan, you should be very excited about that.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. I like the combination, the idea of Daboll and Saleh. Indiana winning the national championship. It's obvious that
that happened.
Yo, that definitely happened.
The games are filler, by the way, Braden, to everything else. So every once in a while we get a game to entertain us along with the discussion.
Dude, all right, so I don't even know what you're about to ask, but I'm just going to go.
Go for it.
That game, to your point, Josh, like we've got to stop obsessing over the garbage. And this is politics. This is sports. Like, it's all noise, y'all. Enjoy the real stuff, which is, like, that game was so much fun. That is why we are fans of sports. To see something we have never seen before on the biggest stage with history sort of hanging in the balance. You've got the great story, up and down story of Carson Beck. You've got the Kurt Cignetti story, the way they came back. The second half of that game was just fabulous, so physical. No idea who was going to win. I thought Miami was going to win the game, frankly, especially in the fourth quarter. Like, I had Indiana winning it before the game, but the way that they, you knew Mark Fletcher was going to have something for them, and he did. I mean, Tony showed up. Like, everybody played sort of at the peak. The fourth down calls, the Mendoza run, like, it had everything you could possibly want if you're a fan. I don't, forget all the noise. Focus on the actual things that are happening in real life, not online, but in real life. And that is fabulous stuff on Monday night. I don't know what the NFL is going to give us this weekend. Very weird without Bo Nix. But that Seattle and Rams game on Thursday night a couple of weeks ago was the best regular season NFL game I've ever seen, if you know what I'm talking about, which is where a guy picks up a ball and stands in the end zone for a 2-point conversion. I've never seen that before. 16-point comeback, overtime. We could have hopefully one of the great NFC Championship games we've ever seen. We just had a great championship. Indiana, unbelievable story. That's real life happening, and let's enjoy that stuff instead of wasting our time screaming about stuff that's fabricated online. It's absurd. The games matter, still are the most important thing, and that was awesome on Monday night. That's my opinion. If you don't like it, you're wrong.
Out of the 3 last champions from the Big Ten, whenever a team wins a championship, of course everyone wants to do what that team just accomplished. Indiana did it their way.
Yeah.
Ohio State did it their way. Michigan did it their own way. Which way do you think is the most duplicatable for the next program looking to do what those 3 programs have done in the last 3 years?
I think that's the right way to ask the question, because I think there's a lot of assistant athletic directors sitting in boardrooms that are probably painted beige, saying, "Oh, we got to go get our Signetti," and I don't think that's what you can do. I think if you're a big program, if you're a Tennessee, if you're a Georgia, if you're Alabama, if you're LSU, I think you have to function like Ohio State. You have to recruit at a high level at high school. You still have to develop. You still have to sort of stick with somewhat of what you do. And then you got to go supplement the way Ohio State has done by buying big in the portal. I think Michigan has taught you about retention. You've got to retain as many pieces that you think are worthy as possible, because there still is in what's going to become valuable in college football if it's a portal world. Stability is going to become a valuable asset. And so somebody who's been in the system for 3 years, regardless of position, is going to become a valuable asset, especially if they're really good. So Michigan taught you retention. I think Ohio State teaches you still have to kind of go about it the talent way, which is the big recruiting, big brand. And then Indiana has taught you that, and Ole Miss to some degree, as well as Texas Tech this year, has taught you that if you're a lower-ish program, if I'm Vanderbilt, I had an all-hands donor meeting on Tuesday saying, look at Indiana, we can do it. I need all y'all to chip in. So you got to leverage your big donors and your big boosters. The Big Ten has always had them. They've just never been leveraged properly. That's the whole "it just means more" thing. The SEC was willing to pay for this stuff when it was illegal. Now that it's legal, the Big Ten's fine with it, and so now they're leveraging their resources. So you got to leverage your resources. You got to hire great people. If you're a big brand, you still kind of have to. You don't want to break away from like the traditional model of building. I think you just adapt a little bit, and then you got to retain the best players. You got to keep your best players, make them happy, pay them, and keep them there to finish their careers on your campus. So I think there's something to be learned from all of it. And if you're, Arkansas, for example, I would be looking at Michigan and Indiana, and I would say, why can't Arkansas do that? Arkansas has the same size boosters and donors and bank accounts that Indiana has. I don't think Silverfield necessarily is the right coach to do this, but theoretically, Arkansas has the most amount of money that's not in play in the SEC. And I don't know why, for example, that fan base, 80,000 strong with huge money in Northwest Arkansas, I don't know why they haven't leveraged it better. That's what Indiana is teaching those types of programs. Retain your good players if you're Arkansas. Maybe do some better recruiting in Texas like Ohio State traditionally does. Like, leverage your assets and your resources. So it's not as simple as just go find the guy. Go get your Mendoza. Go get your Signetti. Like, those guys don't grow on trees. But learn from what they did structurally and from a process standpoint. And again, I don't know why South Carolina, Ole Miss, and Ole Miss has already done this, obviously, but I don't know why that tier of program in the SEC, which is Missouri, South Carolina, Ole Miss, and Arkansas, below that national championship tier, there's no reason for them not to be able to leverage their fan bases and their resources to be on the upper tier of the conference with the way Indiana just showed us it's possible. You got to be smart, but use your assets and your resources and maximize them. Arkansas is not doing it. South Carolina's not doing it.
Hey, Braden, what are you doing? What can people check out at 440 Sports right now?
All kinds of Titans coverage on Robert Saleh. We should have a press conference here soon. So make sure you stay tuned to the 440 Sports YouTube page. We have a football show. We have the Paul Kaharski podcast. We've got the Music City Audible. We have the Hot Read podcast, which is dedicated to the NFL draft. So make sure you check that out. We've got all kinds of coverage for Middle Tennessee sports, including the SEC as well, SEC Football Live, everywhere you get your shows. We got the Gold Standard coming up here in a little while, where we cover the Nashville Predators, who are fighting for a playoff spot as well. Nashville SC season's right around the corner. We got all kinds of coverage for everything in the state of Tennessee, but in particular Middle Tennessee. So if you care about those sports in this state and you care about Tennessee, which I assume all of you do, please check us out, 440 Sports on socials, podcast apps, and YouTube.
Check them out, 440 Sports. Braden, we appreciate the time as always. Thanks so much, and we will talk again soon.
Yeah, appreciate you guys.
Braden Gall, UT alum, right here on the Stanley Fencing and Gates Hotline. We're with you until 3 o'clock. We'll talk to Austin Price of AllQuest. We'll get some inside info on new strength staff coming together, plans for Tennessee. Who else might Tennessee go after in the transfer portal? That's at 1:30. We're with you until 3 o'clock. Who else might find some eligibility in college sports today? Maybe a quarterback at Ole Miss. We'll update you when we continue right here on Josh and Swain.
Free on the radio. Free on the app. Free on our website. You can hear 99.1 The Sports Animal free anytime, anywhere.
Guys, if you're looking for a pickup truck to pull the boat or the trailer, Or if you are looking for a sedan, SUV for your family, Freedom Motors has a great selection for you. Business owners, small and large, looking for cargo vans or service trucks, well, Freedom Motors also has you covered. They specialize in the first-time buyers program, also second chance financing. They offer financing for all types of credit by using local credit unions and national banks. They have 2 locations to serve you right there in Clinton. You can see their selection and get the process started by going to the website, freedommotorstn.com. You can give them a call, 865-269-4090. That's Freedom Motors. Keep freedom rolling.
This has been a paid announcement.
It's time to transform your old, outdated kitchen into the dream space you and your family want. Kitchen Sales can make those dreams a reality. Kitchen Sales carries the largest selection of fine kitchen and bathroom cabinetry that ranges from a more affordable line all the way up to a fully custom line. See the selection for yourself at one of their 2 amazing showrooms, Hoyt Avenue, just off Cherry Street, and in the Town and Country Circle near Best Buy. For more information, go to kitchensales.net.
Kitchen sales, cabinets and countertops. We are the place to shop. Come on down.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like rugs. People say a rug would really bring the room together. And sure, you don't know what that means, but it sounds important. Suddenly you're using words like jute and sisal. Then you see the price and lose it, because how can the thing you walk and spill on cost so much? So you devote your life to taking down Big Rug. But then you remember that switching your home and auto to Progressive could save you hundreds. So, looks like Big Rug is safe. For now. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from...
We can be twinsies.
...to...
How was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. Member FDIC.
If you're planning a party for the big game, then we've got you covered. Bigly. That's right. We'll be open Sunday, February 8th. Come see us in Farragut, Murrayville, or our franchise location at Westtown, and you'll see why we're big flavor, big friendly, big game, big Kahuna Wings.
Do you have a house that's causing you stress and need to sell it fast? Then keep listening. Hi, I'm Pat with ProSource Home Buyers, and I will make you a fair, as-is, all-cash offer on your house today. No matter the condition, price range, or location, call me, 865-500-3711. Maybe it's inherited, sitting vacant, causing you financial stress, or needs more repairs than you can handle. Whatever the situation, I'll buy it. Whether your house is in perfect condition or falling apart, I'll buy it. Behind on payments, I'll buy it. Tenants not paying rent, I'll buy it. Facing foreclosure, I'll buy it. No repairs, no banks, no fees, and no commissions. We can close in as little as 1 week. If you're ready to sell your house fast, call me at 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711.
In a flash, sell your house for cash. ProSource Home Buyers.
Hey, I'm Josh Hemphill, right here in Knoxville. Let's talk about something that's not always top of mind, but still really important, life insurance. The Josh Hemphill State Farm Team can help you understand options that best fit your family. Contact us right here in Farragut at 865-675-3999.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Growing optimism, according to Chris Hummer of CBS Sports, that Trinidad Chambliss, through his lawsuit in the state of Mississippi, could get a 6th year of eligibility. So monitoring that situation. Austin Price at the start of next segment, but they are confident that he could be granted an injunction by a court in Mississippi to play a sixth season of college football in 2026. Austin Price again. Next segment, we're on a shorter timeline this segment, but Bill wanted to work you in. Thank you for calling in. What's on your mind today, Bill?
Well, I was listening to your prior discussion and had thought, don't know just how practical it is, but I do know when you've got like the Big Ten and the SEC, and you've got the two commissioners' offices, and they have apparently diametrically opposed opinions on how to proceed, particularly with the playoff. But I think in the broader picture, NIL and collective. But there is another element of power involved in that, and that's the university president. You've got the top tier in the SEC and the top tier in the Big Ten, and they have their agenda. But then you've got the middle and the lower tier universities who want to see some change and some more consistency. And if you can get the university presidents, some leadership there, they control the conference offices. And I think that might be, and they're the ones that truly hold the power. It's just a question of getting some consensus between them, and I think that middle tier and lower tier would have the majority in terms of decision making. Second point I wanted to make is looks like next year we may be playing a young quarterback, and there's going to be a competition, both talented but not a lot of experience. I don't know what's still out there in the portal. You know, we've met our defensive needs, I think. I'd really like to see some more, if they're out there, and I don't know, but some additions to the offensive line. You know, we tried to plug some gaps. We lost some great players. You know, we've got some good folks coming in, but I think we need more. And, you know, if we are starting a young quarterback, we're going to need as much as we can to be able to run the ball and open holes. And I'd like to see us focus on getting some more offensive linemen here to help the run game and protect quarterbacks.
Okay.
So those are just thoughts.
Yeah, good points, Bill. We appreciate that. We'll come back and we'll address that. Austin Price of VolQuest, we'll see what he thinks about what Tennessee has done and what they might still try to do to add to the roster for 2026. Thanks to Colossal Productions, we'll talk to Austin Price of VolQuest next here on Josh and Swain.
You can now enjoy UT Sports on TV while hearing the Vol Network play-by-play on the Sports Animal timed with it. Here's how to sync it up. We delay the Sports Animal radio broadcast just a bit, so when the game reaches kickoff, tip-off, or first pitch, pause your TV, then listen to the Sports Animal broadcast. At the moment the game starts on the radio, release pause on your TV. Now you're in perfect sync, watching the action while hearing the Vol Network call live on 99.1, the Sports Animal. It's the best seat in the house, your house.
At Ingles, we know the ever-present struggle of, what am I going to make for dinner this week? That's why we started the Ingles table. It's all waiting for you at ingles-markets.com. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Time now for a Sports Animals Sports Minute.
A handful of ranked teams in action in men's college hoops tonight, 7 o'clock. Number 11 Illinois takes on Maryland. 22nd ranked North Carolina welcomes Notre Dame. At 9 o'clock, top-ranked Arizona faces Cincinnati. 7th ranked Nebraska meets Washington. And 8th ranked Gonzaga takes on Pepperdine. A couple of games in the SEC. Kentucky meets Texas at 7 o'clock. Mississippi State takes on Texas A&M at 9. In the NBA tonight at 7 o'clock, the Cavs visit the Hornets. 7:30, Celtics host the Pacers. Nets visit the Knicks. 8 o'clock, Grizzlies take on the Hawks. Pistons visit the Pelicans. 9:30, Bucks host the Thunder. And the Raptors visit the Kings at 10 o'clock. In the NFL, the Los Angeles Chargers are expected to hire former Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel to be the team's new offensive coordinator. He would replace Greg Roman, who was fired after the Chargers lost to the Patriots 16-3 in the AFC wild card. McDaniel went 35-33 in 4 seasons as the Dolphins head coach. I'm Joel Silverberg.
We all know just because gifts for loved ones can look like flowers, a spa day, or maybe even planning date night. But what about something that will truly last and protect your loved ones along the way? I'm talking about life insurance. I called SelectQuote to secure our coverage and couldn't believe how easy and affordable it was. I'm 40, and my $500,000 policy was only $16 a month. My husband's also 40, and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. And with their same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. With monthly payments less than the cost of a bouquet of flowers, this is the perfect time to make sure your family is protected.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-596-2626 or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-596-2626. 1-800-596-2626. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Hey folks, Jordan Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan, and Nissan is the affordable brand with a lifetime warranty. And Ted Russell Nissan is Knoxville's #1 Nissan dealer. Nissan North America report December 2025. Woo! Ted Russell Nissan right here in beautiful West Knoxville on Kingston Pike.
Do you have a house that's causing you stress and need to sell it fast? Then keep listening. Hi, I'm Pat with ProSource Home Buyers, and I will make you a fair, as-is, all-cash offer on your house today. No matter the condition, price range, or location, call me, 865-500-3711. Maybe it's inherited, sitting vacant, causing you financial stress, or needs more repairs than you can handle. Whatever the situation, I'll buy it. Whether your house is in perfect condition or falling apart, I'll buy it. Behind on payments, I'll buy it. Tenants not paying rent, I'll buy it. Facing foreclosure, I'll buy it. No repairs, no banks, no fees, and no commissions. We can close in as little as 1 week. If you're ready to sell your house fast, call me at 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711.
In a flash, sell your house for cash. ProSource Home Buyers.
When you're preparing for your presentation, what you say matters. Your delivery matters. The quality matters. Your image matters. So trust Image Matters, Knoxville's most respected office technology dealer, to create the image you want. Image Matters is locally owned and operated, offering total document output solutions to fit both your needs and budget. From multifunction printers to production printing, backed by customer service that's second to none. To learn how Image Matters can help you, visit ImageMattersInc.com or call 865-212-3600. Technology you need, people you trust.
Leaky pipes.
Oh no!
Toilets clogged.
Oh crap!
Don't freak out, just call us. Problem solved.
Okay.
No job too big, no job too small.
Oh, great.
Repairs, installs, relax, we do it all.
Valley Plumbing. Any plumbing issue, anytime. Call your Valley Plumbing professionals today at 865-351-0643 or visit valleyplumbingtn.com. That's valleyplumbingtn.com.
I'm David Brewster, owner of Aqua Clear Water Systems. The next time you're hauling heavy bottles of water, think, why am I doing this? With an award-winning Connecticut water system from Aqua Clear, I could make my own clean, fresh water. Better than bottled. Give us a call at 865-694-1725 or find us on the web at aquaclearws.com.
Aqua Clear, we'll change your water. It'll change your life.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Farragut at 865-675-3999.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
Chilly with a few breaks of sunshine early on before clouds thicken throughout the day, bringing in some afternoon and evening scattered showers and even a few elevation flakes. Temperatures will rebound very nicely today, back into the upper 40s, lower 50s, and it will be breezy. In the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Sydney Sullivan.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by Junk Be Gone. Rent any dumpster at regular rate and get 2 extra days free. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for 2 decades.
The hottest sports stories of the day, broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
Welcome back into Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Jason Swain is here, a VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver. I'm Josh Ward. We go to the Stanley Fencing and Gates Hotline. We say hello to Austin Price, who covers Tennessee football for VolQuest.com. He joins us every week thanks to Colossal Productions. They can bring their giant mobile screens to your event. ColossalProductions.com. Large mobile screens, audio system to go with it. ColossalProductions.com. Austin, thanks for the time as always. Take us behind the scenes. How Tennessee was able to land a new strength coach from Indiana in Derek Owings, and then what's coming together with his staff to lead the strength program now with Tennessee football.
Yeah, guys, it's just as simple as, Josh Heupel targeted him early on. I think he kind of knew the direction he wanted to go even before Kurt Schmidt was officially let go right here at the start of January, first into December after the bowl game, and kind of worked feverishly to try to get that done, and was able to get it done over a week ago. And Derek Owings signed his MOU a full week before the Hoosiers played for the national title, and I think it speaks to what Coach Heupel was able to sell him on. Obviously, I think Owings will have a huge say in a lot of stuff behind the scenes, whether it be the nutrition program, so on and so forth. He's obviously brought his own staff, and I think this was a chance that he couldn't pass up. Obviously, the money has a certain key sense to it, right? But at the end of the day, like 1.2, 900. I mean, Indiana probably was going to give him more than the 900 if he really wanted to stay, but he wanted to take a shot in this league and see where things go from there.
There is somewhere to go from here, AP. You just mentioned like the nutritionist. That's kind of the next part for him. I know that he is inheriting unbelievable facilities, awesome resources. Can you speak a little bit to the next plan, the next hire, the nutritionist, and then also there's been a lot of complaining and people upset about administration a little bit. Well, administration swung big and gave Heupel the tools that he needed this offseason, going out, getting Jim Knowles, and now bringing in Derek Owens.
Yeah, I mean, I tweeted that on yesterday. You look at the moves that were made, the investment in the defensive staff, the investment in the strength staff, and again, I'm not saying that, if things just totally went disastrous next year, I'm not saying Josh Heupel is rolling into 27 as Tennessee's head coach, but I mean, I think it would take a massive earthquake for that to happen, right? I mean, I think that they're backing him, as much as one can back a coach in this era with the investment in the strength staff, the investment in the defensive staff. We've seen these moves before, whether it be staff or support staff on a coach, and when one is on shaky ground, the athletic department and the athletic director is not going, here's 1.2 for a strength coach, here's 2+ for your coordinator, here's another 800 for the safeties coach, co-coordinator. Like, you're not seeing that type of investment if someone's on shaky ground. And I think it just speaks to Josh Heupel as Tennessee's coach. Danny White's got full faith in him and wants to make sure Josh has the ability to go out there and get high-end people around him. And they saw this as a chance to improve the defensive staff. They took it. They went and did it. They saw this as a chance to improve the strength and conditioning program, and you go out and you land the national champion strength coach. I mean, that speaks volumes. And obviously, Hype had the tie with Derek Owens. He had 1 year with him. One. Owens had 6 years with Kurt Signetti, and he still chose to leave for whatever reasons. We'll find out, I guess, whenever Owens eventually does an interview. But, I mean, like, he chose to come take a swing at Tennessee in the SEC. You talk about the resources involved, and I just think it speaks a lot about Josh Heupel and what he's like to work for, because obviously he worked for him for 1 year, and, Heupel is one that, people generally do like to work for.
Well, we know the players will get developed based on his track record at Indiana from a weight room standpoint, a toughness, mental toughness standpoint. Are there any players that Tennessee can potentially add so that way Owen can help develop? What about the portal? What's the latest there? How many people you think Tennessee's looking at?
Yeah, I mean, right now Tennessee's got a couple of receivers coming in today. They'll be here through tomorrow that are like 105. And when I say 105, like there used to be 85 scholarships and a bunch of walk-ons. Now there's 105 scholarships. There are no walk-ons. So like what I call them the new age walk-ons, like a kid who's not getting NIL money but is on scholarship. And that's the receivers that are coming in to help build depth for the room, to help, when you're in practice and competing and those type things, because that stuff matters. The number of players you have at a position to go and when someone's banged up, we go, hey, you don't know how to push through to help the DBs. We got this kid over here that's going to play that role in this practice, and that's kind of being able to add those players is big. Right now, as far as adding players, there's nothing set to come in. We'll see if anybody else goes in the portal from Indiana or Miami, or if anybody shows up today that maybe requested to go into the portal last Friday, let's say like 7 o'clock at night, and the schools have 48 business hours from there, so that would be like 7 o'clock tonight, because Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday was a holiday. It did not count. So today would be the kind of the end of that 48 hours. So we'll see if anybody else goes in, and then outside of that, it doesn't feel like it. Brian Taylor took a visit to Tennessee last weekend, but he's awaiting a decision on whether he would be at another year of eligibility, kind of like Joey Aguilar. Well, if you're Tennessee, you can't really bank on that. And if you're the kid, it makes more sense to stay in school at Florida and potentially go back there than to go to Clemson or go to Tennessee, start school, find out you're denied, and then you just kind of started a class at a school that you're never going to play football at.
Austin Price, VolQuest.com, is with us. He joins us every week thanks to Colossal Productions. In the strength weight program conversation, we've been asked a bunch. I'm sure you get asked about it a lot as well. George McIntyre, where is he as far as you know in terms of physical development? We get asked about dietary restrictions as well. What can you provide in terms of insight about where George has been over the last year and what's next for him and where he hopes to be physically for 2026?
Yeah, I mean, he's right around just shy of 200 pounds. He's like 197, 198, something like that. Obviously, getting Owings in here and getting a plan strength-wise is a big deal. I think George has to continue to really throw on the weight, throw on the carbs, just eat. And, in talking to him a lot over the last few weeks, it's not from a lack of effort. I mean, he tries to eat everything in sight, but he does have some dietary restrictions because of some allergies and such. And so, that's where things get a little more difficult, is it's not as simple as, just eat. So he's certainly working to do that. I think in a perfect world, if he could get up to, 210, 215 by the start of the season, that would be a big deal. And we'll kind of see where things go from there. His ability to play quarterback doesn't hinge on his weight. George can sit back there in a clean pocket and be just as good as anybody.
Yeah.
It's the offensive lineman slides the wrong way. Basically, the play against Oklahoma, right? And, where Sanders slid the wrong way. Now, I've talked to enough people to know that wasn't on David Sanders. But in that instance, it certainly looks like it was, but it wasn't. But the defensive lineman comes in, free run on the quarterback, obliterates Joey. Joey's, obviously able to withstand that and get up from it. You have that game and I think Swain and I talked about this the other night in the locker room. You have that game like Justin Herbert had a couple of weeks ago against the Patriots, where the offensive line just could not protect the quarterback, and it's sack after sack. I mean, you just get beat on all game. Or like Mendoza. I mean, you saw him, they showed him his arms all scraped up and bruised up and everything the other night. You're going to take some hits, and it's that's the part that people are fearful of is, can he take the beating, the pounding of playing in this league? week after week after week.
The Ole Miss fans are a little optimistic that Trinidad Chambliss may be able to play next year. Aguilar is trying to play next year for Tennessee and is awaiting his fate through the courts. What if Aguilar is able to play next year? What does that quarterback room look like, and what will be the dynamics?
Well, I think that's the decision Josh Heupel and Joey Halsley have to make, but I would venture to say if he can win another year of eligibility, they would take Joey back, which would obviously put George in a weird spot, would put Faison, and not really in a weird spot for Faison because he's a true freshman, but it certainly would put George in a tougher spot going into 2027. So it will be interesting to see if that were to happen, right? If Chambliss wins another year, I mean, at what point do they just say, okay, look, here it is? Because you have so many kids, some win it, some don't. There's no rhyme or reason as to why. I mean, look at Brian Taylor. He's awaiting word. Well, Brian Taylor played 2 years at Blaine Community College, and he played 2 years at Florida. In the old days, you're done. But because of the JUCO stuff that they've ruled in the last couple of years, shouldn't he have more time? Because Joey played 2 years in JUCO, 2 years at App State, and 1 year at Tennessee. So why would Brian Taylor not win an appeal just based off of what Joey Aguilar's path looks like, right? So, I mean, but there's no rhyme or reason to the rulings at any level. So, if Joey Aguilar can win and wants to come back, then I think he probably have a chance to come back. So, again, I don't think anything's set in stone right now outside the fact that come spring practice, George McIntyre and Faison Brandon are planning on duking it out with Ryan Staub as well.
Ryan Staub, the incoming transfer from Colorado. Last thing, we'll get you out of here, Austin. We appreciate the time as always. There is still high school recruiting. They had a bunch on campus this past weekend. The latest headlines out of the high school recruiting efforts from Tennessee.
They did. They had a good solid junior day. It was not as big as this weekend's supposed to be. Of course, this weekend it's supposed to come, the snowpocalypse, blizzard of 93 again. Or is it just going to be rain? Who knows? I mean, it's the weather. It changes by the minute. But the high school recruiting still matters. Obviously, Tennessee's got some in-state guys that they really like. Jarrell Chandler, Coach Heupel was out to see him at Halls this morning. He was by Oak Ridge to see Malik Howard this morning. David Gabriel George is obviously the bell cow of that class as far as, position players, the running back from Chattanooga Baylor. Tennessee's in a good spot with a number of different kids. But, it'd be interesting to see how many high school kids do they take, right? They've been taking like 25, but does that pivot to where they take 17 and then they put more effort into the portal? I think that's certainly possible that they take less high school kids for the recruiting class going forward. Again, what does Tennessee want to do? How do they look at their model and either adapt, change, or remain the same?
VolQuest.com, they're covering all of it, and like the weather, it goes this way, then that way. There's a lot to keep up with. VolQuest.com is working on it every day.
Exactly.
Austin, by the way, would you say if you're looking for safety help in the 2027 class, Halls has it?
It should. Like Jarrell Chandler a lot. Got some physicality to him, good athlete. I think that he's one that Tennessee wants to definitely get in the boat at some point. The question is now that they're turning their attention to other things past the portal, how much do they turn the heat up on some of those high school kids?
Yeah, he's a very impressive athlete. I think Swain has had enough of me. Hey, Austin, we appreciate your time as always. VolQuest.com to read his work. Colossal Productions making the appearance happen each week. Thanks, Austin. We'll talk to you again soon.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Austin Price joining us, and as we mentioned, thanks to Colossal Productions, they deliver unforgettable experiences with massive mobile LED screens and audio systems that they can bring to your location. So if you are scheduling a company event, a big watch party, any special occasion, a gaming event, check out Colossal Productions. Great local company, great people making things happen at Colossal Productions. Their website is colossalproductions.com. We'll come back here with more conversation around what's happening in college football, the college basketball story of the day. Charles Bediako, who's been playing in the G League the last few years, is eligible to play for Alabama against Tennessee on Saturday. We'll continue the conversation on Josh and Swain.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Progressive knows there are two things RV owners love: to travel and relax. And they like to take both nice and slow. Just like this commercial. And what's more relaxing than the peace of mind knowing their RV is protected by Progressive? Now here comes the fast part. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Hi, I'm David Brewster from Aqua Clear Water Systems. We change people's water that changes their lives. Listen to Sherry's review. We got our new water system just over a month ago, and I cannot begin to tell you the difference it has made. Ever since we moved to our new house just over 2 years ago, I have been struggling with waxy buildup in my hair that was impossible to remove. After 2 years of dealing with this, it was time to deal with the problem. I contacted Aqua Clear, had them come out, test my water, and it was very hard. We decided to have a Connecticut water system installed. I can't believe all the changes that we've experienced. The hard water had been so incredibly damaging to my hair that I wondered if it could ever be reversed. After a few weeks of washing my hair has come back to life and is healthy again. The whole Aqua Clear team has been so helpful and nice. Don't hesitate to give them a call. You won't regret it.
We'll change your water. It'll change your life.
7, 7. Can't get the number 7 out of my head.
Why?
I was starving, so I stopped in Kenjo and grabbed a Super Granddaddy, and it was only $7.
Oh, yeah. A 2-foot-long Super Granddaddy sub piled high with 5 kinds of meat, cheese, tomato, and onion can feed up to 4 people, and it's just $7. That's just $1.75 a person.
I love Kenjo math.
Especially when it involves a $7 2-foot-long Super Granddaddy sub. Come on, let's go to Kenjo and get another $7 Super Granddaddy.
Join Tyler and Will Thursday at West Knoxville Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram at the corner of Walker Springs and Kingston Pike. It's a brand new year with all sorts of savings where pre-owned vehicles are starting as low as $4,000. West Knoxville Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where the deals are huge.
A farm, a family, and a tradition of premium fresh sausage that's lasted almost a century. Using only the freshest ingredients and finest cuts of meat for flavor that is locked in instantly. Each bite of Swaggerty's Farm sausage transports you back to a warm, cozy southern kitchen, leaving you satisfied and ready to take on the day. Swaggerty's Farm, quite possibly the best tasting sausage in America. Now available at your local retailers.
Since 1956, Standard Kitchen and Bath has been serving the East Tennessee area with professional kitchen and bath sales and design. Family owned and operated, Larry Finley and his son Scott offer custom and affordable cabinetry lines from quality brands like Soul Design Cabinetry. From remodeling to new construction, the professionals at Standard Kitchen and Bath can help you design any space. Call 694-0068, standardkitchen.com, or stop by the showroom, Kingston Pike, next to Grayson Hyundai. They're not just selling cabinets, but designs and ideas that will transform your kitchen or bath into something you'll love.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Powell at 865-512-7542.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Presented by Junk Beyond, East Tennessee's junk removal specialists. Swain with the news today that, at least according to a temporary restraining order in court, Charles Bediako is eligible to play for Alabama against Tennessee with a hearing in the case set for next Tuesday. UConn's athletic director perhaps tuning into the show, listening to you. David Benedict telling ESPN that he is imploring the NCAA and President Charlie Baker to take a stand in eligibility cases where the NCAA rules are being circumvented by a judge's ruling. Quote, if legally we can't control or impose NCAA rules in terms of who can play and who can't based on a legal decision, the NCAA still has the right to determine what games count toward the NCAA tournament.
Hey!
And what games don't count. The NCAA has deemed Bediako ineligible. Fine, he can play on a judge's ruling. It doesn't mean the games need to count toward the NCAA tournament. Otherwise, throw away the rule book and set it on fire.
Let's go.
There are no rules.
Let's go, man. I need to be an AD. Let's go. Not really, but an AD and I had the same logic. You know what I want to see? I want to see Bediako's class schedule. I want to see a day in the life. ESPN, do a day in the life. I think SEC Network should do it. A day in the life of Bediako coming back to college, and you have the cameras rolling from the moment he wakes up in the morning.
Yep.
And getting ready in the morning. Going to class, study hall, multiple classes. Let him go to the bookstore, pick up his books. I want to see all this. Him getting his schedule for the first time. I would love to see this. I think they should do a day in the life of a professional basketball player coming back to college. Give us an inside look at that. I think that would be great TV.
Yeah, what do you think he's taking? Probably like an organic chemistry? You want to challenge yourself as you pursue your degree, right?
Well, I wonder if he's taking anything. I just want to see the class schedule.
He's on that Carson Beck class schedule?
I just want to see the schedule. That's what I want to see. Since Alabama want to talk about him continuing his academic journey and all that good stuff, let's see it. Let's see it. Take us behind the scenes, Bama. Take us behind the scenes so we can see that academic journey.
It was a one-sentence statement from University of Alabama's athletic department earlier today. Quote, the University of Alabama supports Charles and his ongoing efforts to be reinstated for competition while he works to complete his degree.
Yeah, man, I want to see it.
We have completed hour number 2. We have one more hour to go. 865-656-9900 to join us. Presented by Junk Beyond on Josh and Swain.
Hey guys, Trevor Bain here. When I'm on the racetrack, I always look for ways to go further, faster. And when it comes to banking, I need a checking account that does the same. Rewards Checking from Southeast Bank pays me cash back with every debit card purchase over $10, gets me ACH deposits up to 3 days early, and has no monthly service fees, taking my wallet the extra mile. Rewards Checking from Southeast Bank. Checking that takes you further. Visit southeastbank.com or visit your nearest branch to open an account today.
Member FDIC, terms and conditions apply.
At Big Kahuna Wings, we know big. Big flavor, big friendly, and of course, the big game. We're your headquarters for true hospitality, as well as the best burgers, wraps, salads, and of course, the wings that changed it all. If you're planning a party for the big game, then we've got you covered. Bigly. That's right. We'll be open Sunday, February 8th. Come see us at Farragut, Murrayville, or our franchise location at Westtown, and you'll see why we're big flavor, big friendly, and of course, big game. Big Kahuna Wings.
Temperatures are dropping, and if you're starting a DIY project this winter, you need cold weather building materials. A.G. Hines Company in downtown Knoxville has everything you need, materials, tools, and more than 100 years experience to answer your questions and help you get the job done right. Make them the best first stop you can make when it comes to your winter construction and do-it-yourself projects. Visit them in-store or online at aghines.com. A.G. Hines Company. That's AGHEINS.com.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like rugs. People say a rug would really bring the room together. And sure, you don't know what that means, but it sounds important. Suddenly you're using words like jute and sisal. Then you see the price and lose it, because how can the thing you walk and spill on cost so much? So you devote your life to taking down Big Rug. But then you remember that switching your home and auto to Progressive could save you hundreds. So, looks like Big Rug is safe. For now. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from
We be twinsies.
to
How was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Men all around Knoxville are celebrating the difference Men's Pro has made in their life. I'm Evan Bass, founder of the clinic. If you're struggling with ED, we want you to be able to celebrate as well. As men, we hate going to the doctor, but Men's Pro was designed to take care of men like you better. These things can get worse if untreated, but you're not alone. The medical support team at Men's Pro has your back. Today's the day to feel alive again. ED, performance issues, enhancement. We've effectively helped men jumpstart their performance comprehensively and with proven medication dialed in just for you. With same-day booking, you can meet our passionate team, and under guidance from our medical provider, you could leave with a plan that changes your life. The number one thing we hear guys say is, I forgot how I used to feel. Guys, it's time to feel amazing and crush this new year. Call my team right now and let us treat you to an unforgettable experience. Dial 865-544-8220 or go to menspronknoxville.com.
When it comes to weight loss, one size does not fit all. At Bragg Weight Loss and Wellness, powered by Nutrimost, Dr. Terry Bragg provides the educational tools you need to manage your weight. No prepackaged foods and no counting points. Dr. Bragg uses a team approach, creating a personalized roadmap to a healthy lifestyle, including food plan, supplements, and support. Most participants lose 20 pounds in 40 days. For more information, go to BraggWeightLossAndWellness.com and start living your most healthy life.
This has been a paid announcement.
From the Budweiser Studios, this is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville. Streaming worldwide on 99.1 TheSportsAnimal.com and on the Sports Animal app. We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is a Westwood One Sports Minute.
Presented by Robinhood, your money, your move. Jimmy Butler tore his ACL on Monday night as the Warriors beat the Heat. Essentially, this ends the Warriors' dynasty because it really gives them no option to fix things this season. It's sad to see since Steph Curry can still play at the highest level, but this is how dynasties end. It's messy, and they don't always last forever. I'm Chris Black.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite award show, and so much more beyond the playing field. Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by Junk Be Gone. Rent any dumpster at regular rate and get 2 extra days free. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for 2 decades.
Welcome into hour number 3 of today's show. Thank you for being with us. Hope you're having a great Wednesday afternoon. We have another hour to go. We're presented by Junk Be Gone, East Tennessee's junk removal specialists, online at junkbegone.biz. Thanks for all the interaction today. We will open the text box back up. We will open the phone lines up as well over our final hour of today's show, 865-656-9900, if you would like to join us. There's something every day. Today's story has been Charles Bediako, a former big man at Alabama who's played in the G League over the last 3 years, has been granted a temporary restraining order. Surprise, surprise, he's being represented by Darren Heitner, who is representing a lot of athletes right now in cases against the NCAA. So as of right now, Bediako is eligible to play against Tennessee on Saturday. You're seeing a lot of people push back. I don't get it at this point. Doesn't make any sense to me, but I also wonder, my initial reaction is, of course he should not be eligible, but part of my reaction as well is, will the courts decide against me? Because I never know where these cases are going. So we'll see what happens here.
What do you think coaches should do? You think coaches should – because it started with one coach doing it.
Yeah.
And a lot of coaches were vocal against it. And then Nate Oates pretended like he was against it but did it anyways. And now we have two. Do you think coaches should be more vocal against it? Or do you see where coaches are saying, well, we kind of have to do it? It's kind of like when, I don't know how far this dates back, the first school that decided to cheat in college football. Everyone knew it was wrong, but everyone did it too to be able to get even and get ahead. So now everyone does it. Do you see a situation where, like, all right, they're doing it, so we'll do it. And before you know it, everyone's going to be trying to get G League players back from back on their teams in college. Or again, do you see them standing up and doing what UConn's AD did? Say, all right, man, come on, NCAA, don't let this go down. Don't let this happen. Because the coaches, they have a fraternity.
Well, I think coaches will be mixed on this one, because I think enough coaches will have the mindset of Nate Oates, not necessarily liking it, but also knowing I have all this pressure, I have these big expectations, I have this talent that can help us. I'm going to see if he can help us win more. So as long as those players have a shot to play, I think enough coaches will take them on. Bediako also did play for Nate Oates at Alabama, so it's a more natural transition as opposed to the player showing up at Baylor. While it's been a few years, Bediako is a real big man talent that can help them on the glass where they're struggling, and he knows what Nate Oates wants to do because he played 2 years for Nate Oates.
Yeah, if I left college and went to play CFL or Arena like ChatGPT said I did, which I didn't.
Yeah, when you hung it up with the Utah Blaze.
Yeah, like if I left school and had those 3 years of experience, and if I came back, like I would have an advantage. I would have a physical advantage. I would have a mental advantage. I would have the experience that, playing professionally. I would come back and I would straight up dominate. And like I don't see how you allow this if you're the NCAA, man. This is your last chance to stand up, do something, have a baby tooth. You don't have much teeth. Mm-hmm. Have at least a baby tooth here in this situation. This is your last chance to show some authority, and do what's right. Like, come on, man. You can't let this continue to happen. It's one thing to have guys getting 5th and 6th and 7 years, making up some excuse that they had a fever their freshman year, so they had the medical red shirt that year. That's cool, whatever. You want to skate around the rules that way, get yourself a 6th year because you played, D2, D3 like Trinidad Chambers. That's fine. All right, cool. Or Joy Aguilar, playing JUCO. All right, cool. But a pro player coming back to college after leaving college to declare, you can't let that slide NCAA. You got to step in. You got to do something. You have to deter these coaches from doing this and thinking this is a good idea.
I agree. We continue to be asked, wait, how is he academically eligible to play? I don't know. I would think missing 3 years of classes, I imagine he's not been taking a full-time schedule of classes over these last 3 years.
Well, Dustin said it. I mean, you don't really, I guess, need much to be able to go to the University of Alabama.
Maybe that helps.
Maybe.
Yep, maybe that helps. So I'm with you in everything you're saying. I don't know what's going to happen. I'll guess at best, but trying to predict what's going to happen with these cases, your guess is as good as mine. Let's say hello to Vaughn on Josh and Swain. Vaughn, thank you for calling in. Good afternoon. What's on your mind today?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Great, man. How are you? Hope you're well.
Oh, all's good. I'm in Florida where it's warm. Anyway.
All right. We're off to a rocky start here, Vaughn.
I wanted something I've been wanting to talk about. I can't get your guys' show live all the time, so I'm seeing it in the evening. But one thing about the quarterback situation, the portal, et cetera, I haven't seen anyone say what I'm going to say. Maybe someone has. But to me, there's all this talk about going for Sorsby, Levitt, and whoever. And, I think it was all smoke and mirrors, because no one's going to outbid Texas Tech for Sorsby. Brent Hubbs says it's all in about $10 million with the house he got and all the other perks. So Sorsby it was nice to talk about. We weren't going to get him, And then secondly, Levitt, who we spent a lot of time with, but we're not going to be outbid by Miami or Kiffin. I mean, that's just reality. Look at Ty Simpson. Suppose we offered him $4 million, and then Miami offers him 50% more at $6.5 million. So these quarterbacks we were going for, they're sexy, they're big. We were never going to get them, And so to me, it was kind of like smoke and mirrors just to give some cover, because the next group of people would probably may have more than 1 year eligibility or whatever. That group, which you'd have GMAC hitting the portal and potentially, Faison's asking out of his signing. So I've not seen anyone say that, but that's just kind of the way it felt to me. We're going to these big, sexy guys, but we weren't going to get any of them. At the end of the day, my gut tells me that they're thinking Aguilar may get a pass, even though the judge seems to be a Vandy fanboy the way he did Pavia, why he didn't give us an injunction. But, I still think just in what we got and what we have, and two, they obviously probably want to spend money somewhere else with all the things they're doing, so that kind of played into it too. But that's my view on it. And just a little bit of humor here. Josh, you're saying you're trying to get Jason an extra year eligibility. For what position? So
good point. Yeah, good point.
All right. Thanks, guys. All right.
Thanks, Vaughn. Appreciate it. I'm going to line you up in the slot on a short yardage situation. Beat your man out, physical him. Tell me,
I don't have those feet anymore, Josh.
4th and 1, jumbo package. You don't get your head turned around in time. Catch that 4th and 1 pass against Oklahoma.
I'm gonna be in the trenches, man.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna be in the trenches. Yeah.
You're savvy. You're a vet.
Yeah.
Good experience. I want you in the huddle.
Yeah. I'll start addressing. And I know towards the back half of his comments, I'll let you address the back half of the comments.
Okay.
But the first part of that was, going after Sorsby, going after Levitt, and knowing that we were not going to get those guys. Sorsby, I mean, there was a connection between Tennessee and him because he has family in Knoxville, but he never took a visit, so it never even got to the point where he took the visit. He committed to Texas Tech. That was out the window really quick. And then with Sam Levitt, remember, Sam Levitt went to LSU first and did not commit when he was on his visit to LSU, came to Tennessee. And so he came to Tennessee, was here, stayed an extra day. I think he stayed the extra day to make it easier for him to take his trip to Miami rather than going back to the West Coast. Just stay here an extra day and go to Miami then. I think that the price tag when he talked to Tennessee was a certain number that maybe Tennessee was cool with at the time. But then with Miami potentially looming, knowing that they were willing to spend way more than what we were willing to spend and what LSU was willing to spend, because, again, probably would have committed to LSU right then if the money was the same money that he's getting from LSU now. So he goes to Miami and did not commit to Miami. Tennessee, the report from On 3, Tennessee tries to get back in it, makes one last push. Lane gets here. The deal is done, and he goes to LSU. I'm sure he got a lot more money from LSU when he signed versus when he took his visit. And I think if you're Tennessee, you want to talk to him, you want to bring him in. If you can get a player like that with his talent at a good price. Remember, he has the injury to his foot. He had the surgery, the Liz Frank surgery. And so was he going to be 100% healthy enough for you? I don't know, but you were not going to pay him a lot of money, and that probably could have helped you save some money. But I think the other schools drove the price up, and I think Tennessee was like, nah, we're good, which is what they should have done because they have a lot of other holes to fix and fulfill.
So that leaves Tennessee with GMAC versus Faison. That'll be the conversation over the next several weeks leading up to spring practice, and that'll be the conversation after spring because it'll continue to August.
Yeah, I just don't think it's worth the time to bring someone in unless you're honestly thinking about signing them. I mean, that would be a waste of time if you just did it as a smoke screen, knowing that you're going to go with George and Faison all along. Like that don't make any sense.
Yeah,
to
and
me.
I don't think there was any harm in bringing in Bo Perbula. He started in the SEC. Both sides can maybe evaluate, and I think Tennessee was okay with him going somewhere else, so he goes to Virginia, which brought in 2 transfers, by the way. They brought in a transfer from Pitt, and then Tennessee decides to go the route more of adding a depth piece in Ryan Schaub from Colorado. So that's where Tennessee is left.
I mean, George was the best thrower of the football in fall camp. When I watched 2 scrimmages, he was the best thrower of the football. But he was new. He didn't have the experience, and he still needed to gain the weight. And
the question of can he hold up over the course of a whole season as the starter, that's a real one. You can ask that about anybody, but for sure you can ask that about McIntyre.
That's a real question. We had 2 freshman quarterbacks 20 years ago, and Schaefer and Ainge go down with shoulder injuries because they didn't have a full year of prehab work in the collegiate setting or weight room work in a collegiate setting. They were coming from high school, and so their bodies had not developed to the point where they can take those hits and be able to get up. So, yeah, like protecting yourself and making sure that you have other options at the quarterback position so that way you're not playing a running back or a receiver because you don't have a third quarterback. That's what you're trying to prevent by bringing some of these guys in. But I know the building loves Faison Brandon, and if he is awesome and good as advertised, then it's going to be a battle for George to beat him out. If Joey Aguilar is able to come back, I don't give Joey Aguilar the job. I still look at that as a battle. George is 1 year older, another year of experience under his belt, and he still probably is a better thrower of the football than Joey Aguilar. So now it's about having that confidence, knowing what to do, what not to do. He has gained a year of experience, even though he didn't play in the game, which he could have, but he didn't. I mean, that just means it's a 3-man battle rather than a 2-man battle if Aguilar is able to come back, if he is granted that injunction.
All right, we'll continue the conversation. That is a question that remains. What will happen for sure with Joey Aguilar? We continue until 3 o'clock, 865-656-9900. If you would like to be part of the show, calling or texting in. We're presented by Junk Be Gone on Josh and Swain.
Be here this afternoon at 5 for 30 uninterrupted minutes of talking sports. Breaking only to give you 30-second traffic updates and then straight back to sports. No Huddle, powered by USS, proud ball sponsor and foundation expert United Structural Systems. For all your foundation and waterproofing needs.
They guarantee their best.
Call USS. No Huddle this afternoon at 5.
If you want a great-looking fence or secure entry gate that will stand the test of time, you need to call Stanley Fencing and Gate. Proudly serving East Tennessee since 2000, Stanley Fencing can customize your fence. Just tell Stanley Fencing your idea, they bring it to life, offering chain link, vinyl, aluminum, wood fences. They even specialize in secure entry gates to protect your business. For customized fencing and gates backed by a warranty, choose the Stanley Fence family. Call 865-254-3844 or online at stanleyfence.com.
At Big Kahuna Wings, we know big. Big flavor, big friendly, and of course, the big game. We're your headquarters for true hospitality, as well as the best burgers, wraps, salads, and of course, the wings that changed it all. If you're planning a party for the big game, then we've got you covered. Bigly. That's right. We'll be open Sunday, February 8th. Come see us in Farragut, Murrayville, or our franchise location at Westtown, and you'll see why we're big flavor, big friendly, and of course, big game. Big Kahuna Wings.
I know there can be a lot of uncertainty involved in planning your financial life. Modern retirement strategies demand an approach that acknowledges the unpredictability of markets, increasing life expectancies, and the ever-changing economic system that surrounds personal finance. Hi, this is Jim Brogan, and at Brogan Financial, we serve our clients in helping them achieve their life goals for retirement and beyond. Visit us online at broganfinancial.com to learn more about how to take control of your financial future.
Hey there, beautiful. It's a new year, and it's time for a new crush. And I'm the Cadillac Casanova. This January at Cadillac of Knoxville, I'm starting the year with a little temptation. Interest rates as low as 2.9 on XT5s, Optics, Lyrics, and Vistix. Go ahead, treat yourself. Sleek style, refined comfort, and a drive that knows how to make the first move. But don't wait too long, sweetheart. These January specials won't last long. Start the new year falling hard with the Cadillac Casanova at Cadillac of Knoxville.
Cold weather can be tough, but together we can make a difference. For more than 20 years, Food City has proudly hosted Project Help to provide heating assistance for local residents in need. Now through February 10th, visit any Knoxville area Food City and add just $1 at checkout. Every dollar stays local and helps keep families warm this winter. Join Food City in supporting Project Help, because neighbors help neighbors.
His Security and Technology, your one-stop shop for all your security and technology needs. We offer state-of-the-art security systems to protect your home or business, as well as cutting-edge technology solutions to enhance your daily life. Our team of experts is dedicated to providing top-quality service and support. Contact His Security Technology today to learn more about how we can help you stay protected and connected. 865-474-9495 or visit hissecurity.com. In God we trust, all others we monitor.
Leaky pipes.
Oh no!
Toilets clogged.
Oh crap!
Don't freak out. Just call us. Problem solved.
Okay.
Valley Plumbing. Any plumbing issue, anytime. Call Valley Plumbing at 865-351-0643 or visit valleyplumbingtn.com.
Want to create a beautiful outdoor space? Call Tennessee Deck and Fence. We're your local deck and fence experts. We offer a no-pressure approach so you can relax as our team works with you to design a deck or fence that perfectly suits your needs and style. We use only the highest quality materials and expert craftsmanship to ensure a long-lasting, beautiful product. Call us today, 865-304-0955, or you can visit TennesseeDeckandFence.com for a free consultation. Let's create a backyard you're going to love.
Hey, I'm Josh Hemphill, right here in Knoxville. Let's talk about something that's not always top of mind, but still really important, life insurance. The Josh Hemphill State Farm Team can help you understand options that best fit your family. Contact us right here in Powell at 865-512-7542.
Everything is more expensive than before, except for the sports animal, always free on the air and on the stream. 99.1, the sports animal.
Fair, honest sports conversation from two guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on 99.1, the sports animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Jason Swain's here, VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver. Another text asking about academic eligibility. Do these guys even go to class? The text reads, do they have to attend class? Sounds to me like some of these guys are not even enrolled. I understand the feeling. It feels that way sometimes. Carson Beck asked about class the other day. He said graduated 2 years ago, which left someone, wait, has he just not been going to class for a couple of years? So
I guess he was taking like some
online courses,
some ballroom dancing type of stuff. You know, that's what Matt Leinart did. Remember his last year at USC?
Right.
I remember Rick Clausen when you know him and I played together. He was taking some silly classes because he had graduated early. So I mean, get your degree. You can do that.
Yeah, that's the one I'm not as concerned about. The one that has the degree. Now, at some point, I am of the opinion it's time to move along with your life. But in terms of the academic side of it, the person that's graduated is not my biggest concern.
Yeah, if you already got your degree, cool. But like, if you don't have it, I mean, you can wonder like, are you actually here to get it?
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm so excited for Charles Bediako's opportunity here.
Yeah, man, get a chance.
Continue his education.
Mm-hmm. That's why he came back. Yeah,
can't put a price tag on that.
You cannot.
Although I'm guessing
they will.
They will in this case.
Well, they will.
And his agent will as well.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Charles Bediako granted a temporary restraining order to be able to return to play for Alabama this week, as Alabama will host Tennessee Saturday night, 8:30 Eastern Time tip-off when Tennessee plays in Tuscaloosa.
I wonder what he's going to do this weekend if he's actually going to play, because as a sophomore, 22-23 season, he averaged 6.4 points per game.
Mm-hmm.
He was not your typical offensive guy. He was more of a rebounder, defender, shot blocker type.
Yep.
He averaged 6 rebounds per game for Alabama as a sophomore. So,
don't be afraid of Bediako. They're better with him than without him, I'm sure, from a personnel standpoint, especially with their rebounding issues. They're not adding Victor Wembanyama here.
No, they're not. They're not adding Ben Wallace from the Detroit days.
Yeah.
Some rebounding machine.
This isn't Mark Williams going back to Duke. Mark Williams, who's he's a dominant force on the glass, double-double machine, who was excellent on both ends of the floor for Duke a few years ago, now playing for the Suns. This isn't that. But there's a reason Bediako hasn't actually gotten to play in the NBA. So he's a quality player, and again, I would repeat that I'm sure they're better with him than without him, but he's not coming in to destroy the SEC.
Yeah, it's probably more likely that he's going to get destroyed than do the destroying.
Now, Derek in Rockwood asks, could Tennessee just refuse to play the game if Alabama elects to play Bediako?
You can't do that. Rick Barnes, man, we don't run away from competition. Unless the team pretends to have COVID issues and wants to play games, then we just don't have time for that. But play the game. Let's go.
Yeah,
we got a strong, post game. We got some guys that obviously need to play better, but I mean we deep in that position.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go bang, man. Let's go see what happens.
Yeah, while I'm against him being able to play, I don't think it's to that level.
Yeah, let's
you don't stage a walkout.
No, we playing. We're playing because it's sweeter when you beat them. Oh, you had to go get a G League player to play against us, and it still didn't work out?
Yeah.
I can't wait for Tennessee basketball Twitter account after that dub.
What if, here before the end of the show, one of the fine media members covering Tennessee basketball posted, Kennedy Chandler's agent has reached out and is seeking the opportunity to return and finish out this year playing basketball for Tennessee? Your reaction would be?
It'd be the same reaction as it was in, our number one. I mean, I was joking about getting those guys, but I mean, I don't think anybody should be able to do that. I don't think we need to do it, but.
By the way, nobody has indicated that's happening.
Yeah, knowing what we know from Rick Barnes, I don't even think Rick would even do that. Getting him to embrace NIL was a stretch, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, Rick has been someone that believes in following the rules, and it took a while for Rick to really embrace that part of it. No, Rick, it's okay, it's legal, we can do this. And even then, it took him a little bit to embrace it. I just don't see Rick embracing it like Baylor's coach and Alabama's coach. I just don't see it.
What if Lofton just puts the headset down, walks out there, tosses him his jersey, dons the number 5, and puts up some threes?
You see the basketball tournament?
See, you can respond with that answer. I can't.
No,
that's your guy.
I keep messing with Lofton about that. I keep messing with him about that.
The basketball tournament, the TBT, that's not the highlight of his career.
I don't blame him. I blame his teammates, man. His teammates weren't even ready to play, so they didn't practice.
They were not.
They didn't practice a lot. They were not that serious. Chris Lofton was at the end of his professional career.
Yeah. For those who don't know, the TBT, it's been a huge event. It's gone on now for a decade plus, probably.
Yes.
But it's a collection of former college players. In a lot of cases, they put a team together, and they play for a huge monetary prize. Tennessee had a team one summer. Ron Slade, Ron Mayman helped coach, right? And it didn't come together as well as it could have.
No. You got to practice more. You got to got to have guys, probably more in shape on the squad. Yeah, it just didn't work out. So I mess with Chris all the time that, about his performance in that game. But it's all jokes and all fun.
So hey, just go beat them on Saturday night. That's all you got to do.
I mean, no reason why you can't.
Yep.
I mean, it's not like Alabama has been playing all that great. Now, they do have Phylon, who is one of the best players in this conference. Tested the NBA waters, decided to come back. He is great off the dribble. He can make open shots. Defensively, he can be a problem because he plays the passing lanes well. Active hands. He is very athletic. They always have some athletic bigs that, a couple of those guys can step out and shoot the ball. And then, with Aiden Holloway, he's a smaller guard, smaller than Sears. Doesn't finish as well around the basket as Mark Sears did last year. But Aiden Holloway, man, has kind of caught fire in the last couple of games. He's shooting the ball well.
Very well from the outside.
Yeah, and he's more comfortable in the system there. And, man, he's not shy about letting it fly either. So, but again, like you can beat Alabama. You can beat them there on their floor. But it takes some grit. It takes some toughness that Tennessee has not been able to show enough of, but doesn't mean they can't show it this weekend.
Ken Palm projects Alabama by 5. No real surprise there. Bama will be at home. Tennessee will be an underdog. They will have had a week to get ready after this past Saturday's game against Kentucky. We have another 30 minutes to go on the show. 865-656-9900 to join us. We're presented by Junk Beyond on Josh and Swain.
Never miss another Sports Animal sweet deal. Text SWEET to 865-656-9900 and you'll receive a reminder text right before each new sweet deal goes on sale. Text SWEET to 656-9900.
Hey, I'm Josh Hemphill, right here in Knoxville. Let's talk about something that's not always top of mind, but still really important, life insurance. The Josh Hemphill State Farm Team can help you understand options that best fit your family. Contact us right here in Farragut at 865-675-3999.
Time now for a Sports Animals Sports Minute.
A handful of ranked teams in action in men's college hoops tonight, 7 o'clock. Number 11 Illinois takes on Maryland. 22nd ranked North Carolina welcomes Notre Dame. At 9 o'clock, top-ranked Arizona faces Cincinnati. 7th ranked Nebraska meets Washington. And 8th ranked Gonzaga takes on Pepperdine. A couple of games in the SEC. Kentucky meets Texas at 7 o'clock. Mississippi State takes on Texas A&M at 9. In the NBA tonight at 7 o'clock, the Cavs visit the Hornets. 7:30, Celtics host the Pacers. Nets visit the Knicks. 8 o'clock, Grizzlies take on the Hawks. Pistons visit the Pelicans. 9:30, Bucks host the Thunder. And the Raptors visit the Kings at 10 o'clock. In the NFL, the Los Angeles Chargers are expected to hire former Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel to be the team's new offensive coordinator. He would replace Greg Roman, who was fired after the Chargers lost to the Patriots 16-3 in the AFC wildcard. McDaniel went 35-33 in 4 seasons as the Dolphins head coach. I'm Joel Silverberg.
A.G. Hines Company. For more than 100 years, since great-grandfather Albert Hines first opened the doors back in 1920, the best construction companies East Tennessee have used their building materials. But when it comes to your do-it-yourself projects, they're also the best first stop you can make thanks to their prices, selection of tools, and their experience. Visit their century-old business on Hines Street in downtown Knoxville. For 4 generations, they've been the area's most trusted supplier with building materials and tools. A.G. Hines Company. Building materials since anyone can remember.
If you want a great-looking fence or secure entry gate that will stand the test of time, you need to call Stanley Fencing and Gates. Proudly serving East Tennessee since 2000, Stanley Fencing can customize your fence. Just tell Stanley Fencing your idea, and they'll bring it to life, offering chain link, vinyl, aluminum, and wood fencing. They even specialize in secure entry gates to protect your business. For customized fencing and gates backed by a warranty, choose the Stanley Fence family. Call 865-254-3844 or online at stanleyfence.com.
Looking to grow your business? If you want to reach passionate sports fans across Tennessee, 99.1 The Sports Animal is your perfect partner. With exclusive coverage of the Tennessee games, plus daily talk shows you can have originating at your place of business featuring your favorite host. Sports Talk with John and Vince from 6 to 9 a.m. Eric Ainge and Brian Rice, 9 to noon. Josh and Swain from noon to 3. And Tyler and Will from 3 to 7 p.m. When our hosts endorse your business, it pays dividends. Connect with highly dedicated sports fans tuned in throughout the day for game insights, hot takes, and local buzz. Advertising on 99.1 The Sports Animal means more visibility, more brand awareness, and more customers walking through your door. Reach your goals. Grow your business. Contact Kimberly Parker today by texting the word business to 865-656-9900. Business to 865-656-9900. Let's make your brand a part of the game.
Hello, Knoxville. This is Mitchell Parton with Frazier's Carpet One. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, ceramic, or anything else for the floor, Frazier's Carpet One makes it easy. With free in-home estimates and free in-home shopping, Frazier's makes it easy. With no money down and free financing for an entire year, Frazier's makes it easy. And as a fourth-generation family-owned business, you don't stay in business for 65 years unless you make it easy. So give us a call today at 546-4850 and let us come to you with free in-home estimates and free in-home shopping. Let us show you how easy it can be to transform one room or an entire home with beautiful, new, professionally installed flooring from Frazier's Carpet One.
I remember when I was a little boy and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman, and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy, and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today, or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store, well, we'll even tuck you in.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
Although it is a very chilly start this Wednesday morning, our afternoon highs will rebound very nicely back into the upper 40s to the lower 50s, but that will come with some afternoon and evening light scattered showers and even a few elevation flakes. In the WVLT for Slurt Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Sydney Sullivan.
At Ingalls, we know the ever-present struggle of what am I going to make for dinner this week? That's why we started the Ingalls Table. It's all waiting for you at ingalls-markets.com. Ingalls, low prices, love the savings.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by Junk Be Gone. Rent any dumpster at regular rate and get 2 extra days free. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for 2 decades.
Thank you for being with us on Josh and Swain. Jason Swain's here, VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver. I'm Josh Ward. Swain right now opting out of returning for one more season with Tennessee.
Yeah, opting out.
But we're going to keep recruiting him.
Yeah, they don't have any NIL money left. So, Austin said that they got 100 scholarships. Walk-on program is basically over, so you come on board, you get a scholarship. That doesn't necessarily mean you want or you're going to get an NIL deal. I already got my degree, so I need the NIL deal.
You have your undergraduate, but how about the master's?
What am I going to master in?
Well, you didn't go there to play school, right?
Of course I did, Josh. It was a big part of my decision.
Okay.
To go to Tennessee was to get my degree in arts and sciences.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what it was.
Okay. I was
Remember,
in the GYM program, journalism and electronic media.
I graduated.
Uh-huh.
I was part of the class where Dolly Parton talked to our class.
Is that right?
I told you this before.
I had forgotten that. Belated happy birthday to Dolly. She turned 80 earlier this week. Queen of Tennessee. 865-656-9900. We say hello to Dennis. Dennis, thank you for calling in to Josh and Swain. Good afternoon. What's on your mind today?
Hey, guys. Can you hear me?
We sure can.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's old Granddaddy Sandwich Dennis. Granddaddy Dennis walked in there and literally sang for his supper.
That's right. At the Kinjo Market in Maryville on Monday.
That's
yeah,
right.
You,
That's right.
it's never too late. You missed your calling, but you can still put that album out. Yeah.
Well, and it's funny you should say it's never too late. I'm 71 years old. I went to Miami of Ohio. I never finished college, so I'm wondering if I can't swing back. I can make layups still. I know some teams need some guys to shoot layups, so maybe, wondering if I can't get something going.
I think it's a good idea.
I think that's a point of emphasis this week. Hit your layup. So I'd get in touch. Get your agent to set something up with Tennessee.
Yeah, Swain, I heard you talking about, what could you get your master's in, man? How about sports management and, let some of these guys make some money for you?
That's right. That's right. I could be an agent. Actually,
yeah, exactly.
Be certified legally. Yeah,
that's where the money is, isn't it?
Yeah, man, that's a good idea.
And I'm hoping, I swear I'm hoping. I think if Aguilar could get one more year with the way he so quickly fit into this program, I know he made some mistakes that were pretty horrendous because of when they happened, but overall, watching him play, if he could get another year with everything that Tennessee's done, I'm hopeful against that tough schedule, and I'll let you guys go and let's talk about it. Thanks.
It's going to be a tough schedule.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if Joey is able to play next year, I'm not going to count out the freshman because Joey Aguilar won't be the same person he was last year. Does that mean he takes a step forward? I don't know. George McIntyre, he's going to take a step forward. He's going to get better. He's going to close the gap. Is he able to close it completely and pass Joey up now that he has been in the program for a year? And then Faison more talented coming in than both of those guys. So just because you did a great job this past year doesn't mean that you are the guy moving forward. I think conventional wisdom would say that, but, this is competition. I mean, George is working. He's working with the receivers. I mean, as a passer, he's already more gifted. So just because Aguilar was a starter last year, I know it's easy to say, well, if he is clear, then he will be the starter next year. But I don't know. I'm not willing to say that.
Speaking of the schedule, Georgia Tech landing quarterback Alberto Mendoza. He is the younger brother of Fernando Mendoza.
Wait. Never mind. I'm about to say, man, how did he know to go to Georgia Tech? You think he took a visit to Atlanta? You think they, he didn't have any time to be in Atlanta, did he? Take a visit, did he?
Well, the heart wants what it wants. So 2 nights ago, he was on the sideline with his team for the national championship game, and yesterday he was announcing a signing with Georgia Tech.
Do you think he knew where he wanted to go before he got into the portal?
Oh, I doubt it. Now, how could you know?
I mean, it was pretty quick. I mean, it was a pretty quick process for him. He didn't take any visits, did he?
Well,
did he? Because, I mean, didn't Indiana play in the bowl game before, in the semifinals before the national championship? What game they play in?
Did they happen to be down in Atlanta?
They was in Atlanta, man. How about that?
I'm sure there wasn't communication.
No, of course
he wasn't in
not.
the portal yet.
No, of course not. He wasn't in the portal yet, so of course not.
No.
Can't assume that at all.
No, he probably got down there and realized, hey, I'm a player, and this is where the players play.
And he wants to ride on them things like every day.
With the Yellow Jackets. So, not guaranteed to be the starter, but he could be the starter next season. Tennessee will play Georgia Tech week 2. So, a note there from the transfer portal.
Love college football.
I do too. Indiana's bringing in Josh Hoover as a transfer from TCU. So, Alberto Mendoza transfers out of Indiana after his brother transferred to Indiana last offseason to help them win a national championship. We will transfer into the final segment of today's show. We have attaboys to hand out, which we will do when we come back. Final thoughts on eligibility and everything else happening in college sports in our next segment. Every day presented by Junk Beyond on Josh and Swain.
Join 99.1 The Sports Animal this Sunday morning at 10 for the NFL Report. John Wilkerson and a rotating group of the Sports Animal staff discuss the games, players, trades, and injuries that make the NFL the most popular pro sport in the country. For well over 20 years, the NFL Report is the place to start your pro football Sunday. This week, join the NFL Report live at Blue Moose on the Parkway in Gatlinburg.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Ted Russell Ford, your super dealer. 2 locations in Knoxville on Parkside Drive and Kingston Pike at Walker Springs Road. Ted Russell Ford is the #1 volume Ford dealer in East Tennessee. They have a ton of options. They can help you find exactly what you are looking for. If you're looking for a brand new Ford vehicle, or if you'd like to shop with their pre-owned selection, they have a great selection of certified pre-owned Fords available right now at Ted Russell Ford. An easy way to get started is to go to the website, tedrussellford.net. At the top of the screen, you'll see different options. You can search through all their different vehicles. You can search through their lineup of trucks. You can search through their lineup of SUVs, their hybrids and electric vehicle options. They make everything easy to search through more than 500 vehicles that are in stock right now from Ted Russell Ford. You can stop by either location. They have thousands of savings available for you right now, thousands of dollars in savings on end-of-model year savings that are available right now. So stop by either Parkside Drive or Kingston Pike, or go to the website first at tedrussellford.net.
This has been a paid announcement.
Happy New Year! Junk Be Gone is celebrating by giving you 2 free days with any dumpster rental. Perfect for clearing up around the house, remodeling, yard cleanup, and so much more. They drop it off, you load it up, and off it goes. Give them a buzz for more information. Junk Be Gone has proudly been the #1 junk removal company for the past 20 years. Junk Be Gone. Driveway dumpsters, full-service junk removal and demolition. Give them a buzz. Call today for a free estimate. Junk Be Gone. The bee's knees of junk removal for 2 decades.
Whether it's game day or movie night, Games and Things is your ticket to the best seat in the house. Hi, I'm Scott Mellon, and it's time to get rid of that old recliner and upgrade to new home theater seating from Games and Things. We offer the largest selection of quality seats at the best price in East Tennessee. With a multitude of styles, configurations, and options, you are sure to find that perfect seat. Stop by Games and Things to upgrade your seats today. Located at the corner of Kingston Pike and Lovell Road, and online at ourgameroom.com. Games and Things, because life should be fun.
Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. What good is a lifetime warranty if you can't afford a vehicle? Well, Ted Russell Nissan is home of the...
For yourself at one of their 2 amazing showrooms, Hoyt Avenue, just off Cherry Street, and in the Town and Country Circle near Best Buy. For more information, go to kitchensales.net.
Kitchen sales, cabinets and countertops. We are the place to shop. Come on down.
When you're preparing for your presentation, what you say matters. Your delivery matters. The quality matters. Your image matters. So trust Image Matters, Knoxville's most respected office technology dealer, to create the image you want. Image Matters is locally owned and operated, offering total document output solutions to fit both your needs and budget. From multifunction printers to production printing, backed by customer service that's second to none. To learn how Image Matters can help you, visit ImageMattersInc.com or call 865-212-3600. Technology you need, people you trust.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Farragut at 865-675-3999.
Never miss a second of sports. Download the updated Sports Animal app right now.
Final segment of Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us today. You can find us on Apple, on Spotify, in the podcast section of the WNML app. Just search Josh and Swain. We're presented by Junk Beyond every day. Item 3 in the temporary restraining order granted for Charles Bediako earlier today, allowing him to play against Tennessee on Saturday if Alabama so chooses. Item 3 says the defendant, NCAA, is further restrained from threatening, imposing, attempting to impose, suggesting, or implying any penalties or sanctions on Mr. Bediako or the University of Alabama or its coaches or other student-athletes as a result of Mr. Bediako's participation in Division I athletes competition under the rule of restitution, bylaw 121142, or otherwise. What does that mean after Saturday? I don't have a clue. But right now, Charles Bediako, based on the temporary restraining order, can play Saturday. The NCAA is not happy about it. I've yet to see anybody say, hey, you know what, I love this. So I don't know what happens moving forward. I don't even know for sure that he's playing on Saturday, but that would be the anticipation.
I mean, that's if you're a player on the Alabama team, especially a post player, like, how do you feel about that? I mean, you're supposed to be a big team guy, but at the same time, you went through preseason camp.
Mm-hmm.
You went through the meetings. You have put in all the work, and this guy just comes in off the street, taking your minutes.
Santiago Vescovi joined midseason, played for Tennessee. Now he joined from a different route.
Well, those guys should be thankful that help was on the way.
That's also true.
He came in, was the best player of the team that night.
Yeah, remember that first game? Yeah.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Yeah.
Out of shape, still busting LSU's butt.
Yeah. So this is a mess. It's a total mess. Doesn't make sense to me. We'll see what happens this Saturday and beyond this Saturday with both Charles Bediako and what other eligibility case comes up. We're monitoring what happens with Trinidad Chambliss at Ole Miss with his suit that he has filed in the state of Mississippi, and of course monitoring what happens with Joey Aguilar seeking another year of eligibility as well, as Tennessee waits to see exactly what its quarterback position will look like. Right now, here in the final segment of today's show, we hand out today's Attaboy.
I just wanted to come by and congratulate you on the great work you've been doing.
I like your style. You remind me of a young me.
Failure is not an option.
That boy good.
Homes, remind yourself, nobody built like you. You design yourself.
Attaboy. Swain, this is a proud day for all of us. We hand out multiple attaboys today with the news last night of 2 more players entering the Baseball Hall of Fame, Carlos Beltran and Andrew Jones.
Hey, about time, man. Happy for Andrew Jones.
Atlanta Braves great. Many consider the greatest defensive center fielder ever, certainly in the modern era. He's pretty good at the plate as well. Beltran had a great career. They will go into the Hall of Fame along with Jeff Kent, who was elected in December in the contemporary era by the Contemporary Era Committee that voted for the class of 2026. So a lot of Braves fans locally watched Andrew Jones. Remember when he arrived in 1996 as a 19-year-old. I watched some of the TBS footage earlier today of his debut. His final at-bat in his first game was an RBI single. Threw out Scott Rowland at second base. And then went on to do a lot of big things that year. Hit 2 home runs in Game 1 of the World Series. So Andrew Jones, Carlos Beltran, 9-time All-Star, 3-time Gold Glove winner himself, headed into the Hall of Fame along with Jeff Kent. Attaboys to those guys.
Jeff Kent. Where do I know that name from?
He's popped up on television in the last few years. He had a son compete at the collegiate level.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. They only mentioned it 83 times during the broadcast. I remember that. I got it. Okay, cool.
Yep. So, Carlos Beltran and Andrew Jones, along with Jeff Kent, attaboys, headed to the Baseball Hall of Fame. Every time we have these type attaboys to hand out, I mean, it's the ultimate honor for your career accomplishment. I can only imagine what it means to family members, those closest, former teammates as well, who get a chance to celebrate with it.
Yeah, especially when you felt like you should be in and you've had to wait so long. You get close, and other guys go in, you probably feel like you deserve to be in more than them, and then you finally get that phone call that it's official that you're going in. Usually when I see NFL guys get that visit, man, they are overcome with emotion. So I'm pretty sure these two guys were as well.
Yeah, think about locally Todd Helton when he made it in here in the last couple of years. What a deal. So, again, attaboys today. These are on-field accomplishments at the highest honor. Andrew Jones, Carlos Beltran announced yesterday headed to the Baseball Hall of Fame. We hand out attaboys and attagirls every day, looking for big-time accomplishments, those doing really well, sometimes in sports, sometimes out in the real world. Every day we'll tell you about good things that are happening because they are happening out there. What's happening in college sports, Swain? Some of it's good, some of it not.
I'm sure some will pop up in the next 24 hours, 23 hours, 22 hours, 21 hours. I'm pretty sure.
By the way, Swain, I got a gift today from our friend Vince Ferrara.
We don't have time for any dad jokes.
A tin of dad jokes. You want one out the door?
Sure.
It's a freebie. Why did the journalist go to the ice cream store?
Yeah, sweet tooth.
To get a good scoop.
Yeah, that's good.
Joel Silverberg producing, thank you. Thank you for hanging out with us. We saved that for the end for a reason. Thanks for being here. We'll see you tomorrow at noon right here on Josh and Swain.